Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you do fucking... Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's buds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get verschnicken. Join me.
But we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?
I want these people segregated.
Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, how you doing? Let's get this over here. Let's get that over there. I forgot how to do a goddamn show. You take a weekend off, and by weekend, I mean just the usual Saturday. I did a show on... Does that count, though? I mean, we're high the whole time. Saint Caesar already in the chat saying, "Here's Johnny. How's it going today, good sir?" Going good. We got a fully full... blah, blah, blah. I'm going to learn to speak if it's the last thing I do. We've got a fully funded show today. Say that 3 times fast. We've got a fully funded show today and tomorrow. Wednesday's goal is already down to $20, so we are trucking through the week already on our tiny little program. Chevy JB on the Rumble chat saying, "Afternoon, friends." Well, afternoon to you too as well, Chevy. We do have the Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube chats all up. 2 of those will be on the screen. We know which ones those are. One of which won't, because that's our free speech kind of bubble that we can't risk getting in trouble for. Speaking of which, right before the show started, I had a huge, butt pucker moment because I couldn't get Rumble to work. I had prepped the show. I had prepped the links, and I was getting ready to get the Rumble links to copy them over to Streamlabs so we could start the show with all 3 simultaneously, because I learned from Friday. And there was some weird issue. "Hey, Johnny, still got that cringe video I sent you yesterday," says Battle Brothers EO. Actually, no, I don't, because I had that on the thing and not on the prep sheet. So I don't have that cringe video. And I don't know that I have time for it today either. If I remember correctly, you said the cringe part was at 9 minutes in, and there was some cringy dude talking about something. I don't know. I don't know if we'll even get to it. I've got a lot of stuff to do today, and we've got a few. But I mean, well, I suppose some of these, that video is just fun. That's just a fun video. And so that could wait, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, Battle Brothers EO. Maybe today's the day. I should take a page out of Aaron's book and start selling that shit. Well, if they give me the links and money, I'll have to do it. I don't want to open them some floodgates. You can't unwatch that shit. Anyways, we've only just begun, so thank you, everyone. It's hard on Monday with Johnny. What do you mean it's hard on Monday with Johnny? What's hard? Smash that like button, folks, says Welsh Salty. Yes, indeed. Give it the likes. The likes help. Thank you for the fart noise. That is helpful. Yeah. God, I can't even remember. What's the icon thing. That was the other thing that I was going to do. I still can't decide what I want to do for that. I should just come up with something better than nothing. Thank you, asshole. He's talking to me. Sorry about that. Alrighty, so we have, I apologize, I'm a Christian. We have, again, a fully prepped, fully loaded show to go till 5:30. We've got a lot of stuff stuffed into that particular plan here. Most of the audience kind of filtering in already, so we'll be ready to start in a few moments. That's a beautiful thing. Everything's going according to plan. Oh, except I still don't understand what Wilmer means by it's a hard Monday. It's hard on Monday with Johnny. What's hard on Monday? I want to know what's hard on Monday. Am I hard? Is Monday hard? Or is it hard on Monday? Is that like the name of the day, like hard on Monday? Because punctuation would help a lot there with that, at least in deciphering it. Just because then I know what you mean. It's kind of like a traffic signal. I tried InfoWars. He's out there, man. InfoWars is interesting. Here's the thing. I used to make fun of Alex Jones incessantly. Then he kept consistently being right. Now I just kind of feel like, I'll just stay back here and you do you, homie, and we'll see how it all shakes out. Because I don't really want to get in trouble calling it and being wrong. I mean, I'm tired of having my dick handed to me by Alex Jones, okay? It's just, there's only so many times you can take it before you're like, you know what, maybe I should just hold back. Let's just see how this all plays out. All right. Oh, we just had a drop. Did we lose a KBS thing or something? Nope. There we go. But on both setups, we just lost a couple of people. Weird. Must be me. All right. We've got a beautiful show planned for you. It's going to be a fun one. We're talking about, in this first hour particularly, we're talking about a new law that California has unveiled to help kind of curb the deer population, but people don't really like it. So I can't wait to hear what we're doing to curb the deer population in California. That California's that's right, everybody. Bambi is now ribbed for your pleasure. We have to make sure the deer start, using I was gonna say prophylactic. Is that what it is? Prophylactic? What's a I don't know. Just the point is, stop having kids. Beautiful start. Great. This one in the books, man. Oof. There's painful, and then there's what just happened. All right. So we are getting back at it. Like I said, taking off. A prophylactic is a preventative measure. I was right. Make the deer wear prophylactics. Just be like, hey, you're a big strapping buck. Now put a bag on it. Thanks for giving. Thanksgiving is coming up soon. Use deer as meat. Hot take, I actually really like venison. I gotta say, I don't mind me some deer meat. All right, some damn good meat. Kind of in a situation living wise where that's not an approved thing with other people in the home for just personal reasons. Nothing like, oh, the poor animal yeah. So, yeah, it's just not going to be, hello, Dingleberry says taste fair. Intergalactic. Planetary, intergalactic. Thank you. I will be joshing. I love that I read the YouTube chats and I comment on them, and then they'll come up here in a bit. We got her down before it happened. Oh, it was so close. Oh, that was close. Why am I... I don't want to be yawning. We have a show to do, goddammit. We've only just begun. Yeah, see, there we go. Intergalactic. Hello, Dingleberry. Have you ever tried elk and venison burger? Have you tried the elk and venison burger at Arby's? They have an elk and venison burger at Arby's. I had the fucking... Well, that. I guess we all had that happen in living smell. No, I've had the fucking whatever burger. Wagyu beef. But it ended up being just like a little puck of meat in the middle of a bun. You know, like it wasn't bad, but it's just like all the meat shriveled up to just like this little lump in the middle. I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't really care now. But yes, elk and venison burger. I'm gonna say no. Didn't know that was on the menu. I guess that's one of the ones you have to ask for. I guess it's you get that one at Joe Rogan's house. You know, the elk and venison burger. That would be interesting if your local restaurant started serving stuff like when it's in season. Like hunters can bring in deer and McDonald's will make them into a meal. And like now you get like a free Happy Meal or some shit. Just something to go with you. I believe it's called the Big Game Burger. I now have something to look into. This shouldn't be as big a deal of the show as it is. But thank you, Toastmaster. Alrighty, like I said, we have a show planned. We should probably do one, I think, since we've got all this stuff loaded. We're already 15 minutes into the hour, so we've just begun to kick this thing into tires. Did I mention everything we were talking about? Yeah, I mentioned the going after the deer thing. And then there's the Minneapolis police have a police officer who's apparently in a bit of a kerfuffle for the same reason as a teacher in the second hour, and it has to do with the title of today's show. If I need you to give more hints than that, then if you need me to give you more hints than that, then that's my brother-in-law always brings bear sausage. It's awesome. Bear sausage. Now, bear as a meat is an interesting thing because it's an apex predator, but also at the same rate. Like, there's a lot of bear habitats that suffer things. There's so many things where I'm like, oh, bears. I don't know. I feel like I'm on a eat and don't eat thing with bears. I won't eat them. They don't eat me. That's kind of where I'm at. You eat it, and then you game for an hour. That would make sense. You eat it, and then you game for an hour. Any more than that, you'd start to get tired. You know, because it's all that physical activity of pushing up, down, A, B, left, right, select, start. All right, I don't even remember. I'm trying to do the Konami code, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's been a while. Nobody uses it anymore. All right, that's what I'm going to do. Make a whole slew of games, and all they have is the Konami code to unlock, like, Ultimate Mode, and just, how do you not know? Up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start. Yep, now I'm a nerd. I actually feel myself becoming entirely... I feel like my previous sexual experience is now fading away, like I'm retroactively virginizing just for that. So we should probably dive into this.
If you have even
one
migraine day...
I don't. I don't have it, and don't ask. All right? If you need to ask, you can't afford it. All right, so our first story is again on California. The residents are horrified by a plan to curb island's deer population. They call it violent and ugly. What's island? Islanders oppose deer population management plan. What is the plan? Thousands of people signed a petition opposing a plan to use helicopter-mounted sharpshooters to curb the mule deer population that's wreaking havoc on a California island's ecosystem. Catalina's deer population, which is at 8 times to 10 times the density of the mainland, is suffering while also devastating our fragile ecosystem as they attempt to survive, the Catalina Island Conservancy state in its restoration plan. Despite the herd of roughly 1,800 mule deer destroying habitats and vegetation, causing soil erosion and threatening other species, some residents say the hunt is cruel, the Los Angeles Times reported. Okay, so the petition reads, they're not trying to kill their deer. They are trying to kill your deer. We own these ones? What the fuck? Stop the slaughter of mule deer in Catalina Island, which more than 3,500 signatures on it is Monday morning. The plan calls for hunters from Connecticut-based nonprofit White Buffalo Inc. to use AR-15 styled rifles from helicopters next fall to cull the deer roaming the island's inaccessible interior, according to the LA Times. The reason they can't use California sharpshooters is because you guys, on the whole, don't like guns. We don't really have a whole lot of sharpshooters in your guys' state to work on this whole deer thing. We had to get guys from Connecticut because they're people who know how to get it done. You know, just a bullet to the brain pan, put that deer down. I mean, if we put it in the hands of some stupid California person, I mean, the only gun-wielding people in California that I know all do that weird sideways aiming thing, and that has a market level of accuracy. I don't know if that's even a thing. Do we know how well they do against deer? Just out of curiosity? I mean, that's what we should do. Ooh. We should just unleash inner city tribes on them. Gangs or whatever they're called nowadays. Just throw them all at it. AR-15 style. America, fuck yes, says Toastmaster. Right? Oh, Timmy Penguin correcting me. Up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Almost had it, Johnny. I forgot the doubles. Up, down, down, left, right. Just proves my childhood was too long ago. They will have to make their rifle California compliant, or they will be arrested. 'Tis the way in Cali. That would be hilarious. They bring in these people from out of state to do this gig, and then they cite them with fines and petitions for the weapons they have not being up to snuff. The Clintons may know how to clean them. Clean what? The deer or the rifles? You only need the select if you have a friend for 2-player. Ah, well, I guess you didn't grow up in a house with 5 kids. I grew up in a house with 4 other kids, me being the 5th one in the middle. So, yeah, I didn't know that because I always had another player. I always had someone else I was cheating with. Okay, that's not how it sounds, but I mean, it does take 2 to cheat. Alrighty, so let's tell all the liberals that they all committed suicide. They bought Jeffrey Epstein doing it. Look, guys, the deer blew their own brains out. I have no idea why. We don't even know where the rifle went. Like that guy that guy associated roughly with the Clintons. It's just weird. The rifle wasn't even there. Alrighty, so interior. The mule deer introduced to the Southern California island in the 1930s have surged in population due to the lack of natural predators. Visitors frequently and illegally feed the deer, which often roam in popular tourist spots. Great. So you guys introduced the deer to a place they're not normally from, whichever. I've heard it both ways. And you guys have been feeding them. Great. Well, they're so cute. Some alternatives have proven to be ineffective, including the current hunting program, which allows 200 a year to be killed, the LA Times reported. And California laws prevent the Conservancy from providing mule deer with additional food and water, would increase the possibility of disease transfer. So you have hunting seasons. Nobody's bagging a buck. I feel like maybe that's kind of because you don't let people have guns in your goddamn state. You got to go through so many loopholes, so many fees, so many fines, and you're adding more to that. Oh, it's surprising we can't get the hunters to keep this deer population in control. Clip which part? Following the great. Clip which part? Clip it. Alrighty. Release tigers on the island. Right? They don't have a natural predator. So let's start releasing bears onto the island. The bears can go after the deer. Everybody wins. Oh, my God. The island and the deer are both fighting for survival, and neither one is winning, Catalina Island Conservancy CEO Whitney Latour told the LA Times. Unless we address the deer issue, the island will become more and more vulnerable to devastating consequences brought on by rising temperatures and drought. I mean, I don't see how the deer affect the rising temperatures. I guess deer shit makes things warmer. The Conservancy consulted with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife and determined a strategic deer management program was required to help the island, which is at a tipping point according to the restoration plan. However, the opponents are petitioning the same state agency to intervene. There are several areas of concern that we as citizens of the state of California urge the CDFW to consider, sufficient to deny the current application by the Catalina Island Conservancy to slaughter the deer. Right. You don't want to hurt them. Can we just relocate them? Can't we just move them to a better forest, guys? Jesus, this is California's problem in a nutshell. You made the problem by importing the deer. Now they're out of control because you guys are like, well, they're just cool. I don't want to hurt them. Let's just feed them. Fat Conan. Of course, all because of racism and global warming. Oh, man. Shit, that's right. Hey, Aaron, can you send me a clip of Johnny saying he cheats with his sister? I need it for my show. Fall the Great, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Send them as illegal immigrants to Mexico. Master Meatball, here's the thing. One, that's an incredibly fiscally non-beneficial move. Like, it's going to cost way too much to get them there. Two, the minute we send them over to Mexico, they're just going to get murdered and eaten. I don't think the deer will do well in Mexico. I think they will kill them. That is the funny thing. In any other part of the world, this would not be a problem. This is such a first world problem. We have too many deer. All right, so we're going to shoot them from helicopters. No, that's too mean. I could think of a lot better ways of doing this, like landmines. I need a video, says Chevy JB. You and me both. Though that would really, that would hurt my soul for a deer to step on a landmine, but that would kind of be funny. Just in the moment. You know? But, then it'd be sad. Poor deer. All right, I don't know why I keep seeing it here. Maybe it's in my contact lens, and that's why my eye keeps fucking up today. That might be what it is. Let's do it live on the air. Who gives a shit? Anyways, we have a whole hour of stuff to go through, and we haven't even finished. Well, we pretty much finished covering the first story. We still have a bunch to do with half an hour to go, so we ought to keep on moseying. This next one is a little interesting because I don't know if we're going to find out the identity of the person in question with the OnlyFans account. And I need a visual, all right? I need a name or a visual. I just kind of need to know, is it worth finding out if, because I don't have an OnlyFans account, but sometimes when I find out that, like, Minneapolis police officer has an OnlyFans account, now I'm like, all right, you've piqued my interest, and I'm curious. Anyways, out of my own great state of Minnesota, 10,000 lakes, and let me tell you, this next one's pretty wet. I hit the wrong sound drop for that. Thank God the volume was down. Boop.
Officer is discovered to have an OnlyFans page.
She clearly advertises on her website that she offers pornography to paid subscribers. Fox 9's Karen Scullen joining us from our newsroom tonight with more on this.
Hey. news people, back over here in the chilling room here, back over here in the therapy house. Who cares? OnlyFans offers a variety of things, including pornographic content. If this bothers you, don't type in Pornhub on your phone. Let me tell you, oh boy, just how do they give her money and she does so much as provide them with pornographic content? All right, so my question is, how is this working? Is it just like any money, any content? Is there like a menu? Like, can I pay to order like a BBC gangbang? Like, how does this work? Can I be like, all right, so how much extra do I got to pay to be in the film? Like, what's going on here? How does this work? Again, you're not going to give me all the juicy details. Like what page it's on, where I can look her up, and how much her rates are. No, someone's got to do legwork for that shit. And I don't got the time for that. All I have the time for is prepping the show, which is how I ran into you fucks. Again, Minneapolis police officer, OnlyFans page. George Floyd lives on, everybody. Police officers in Minneapolis have it so rough, they have to do porn. Or at least this one does. Is she hot? I know, Fat Conan, that's the question I'm dying to know, but I'm having trouble finding pictures, and I didn't want to watch the story to, get to know everything. I didn't want to read and watch stories. No, it's definitely a she. It is definitely a she. If it were a he, this would be a story of like perseverance and people overcoming difficulty. Because no offense, if it were a he, blatantly and flagrantly doing porn on OnlyFans, he'd probably be gay. I'm just saying. Otherwise, the cop is just going to be a cop, right? He's not going to be like, how do I part-time this into fucking bitches? I don't think that.
This developing story, Karen. Well, while it's possible some of her colleagues have known about her side gig for some time, it came to light publicly a few days ago after a citizen came forward about it, actually recognizing her when the person was pulled over by her for a traffic stop. Now,
holy shit! I nutted to you yesterday. Can I see your license and registration, please? Oh my God, I recognize you. This is weird. You have so many clothes on and not a speck of jizz. Oh. That's not the way, You can't give me a ticket. I just subscribed. The George Floyd spoof porn she did was epic. She definitely kneeled for him. Oh, no. She kneeled on a guy's neck while she blew another dude. Oh. White supremacy rears its ugly head and then gave her a pearl necklace. Oh, no.
Now, we are not yet naming the officer involved, but this is a role.
Well, name her or show a picture. I am half chubbed and I don't know whether to go forward or backward. I need more info, damn it. You're the news. Educate me.
OnlyFans site, and it's pretty clear what she's selling: porn, pictures, video, and more. I can tell you it's a very graphic site. As far as her job as an officer, she is well respected and has been recognized for her work. But as for her side job,
no, you just started the story with saying she got recognized for her work. I mean, so really, who gives a shit? Again, pictures, people. Pictures. A name or pictures. This is one of the weird how am I meant to pay your bill now?
Is she violating any laws, policies, or code of conduct? Well, that is the biggest question here. According to the Minnesota Police Officers Standards and Training Policy, peace officers shall not, whether on or off duty, exhibit any conduct which discredits themselves or their agency, or otherwise impairs their ability or that of the officers or the agency to provide law enforcement services to the community.
All right, yeah, but you said she was a female police officer, so I mean, literally by existing, I mean, I don't know how many times you've seen. Look, I'm not saying that women cannot be police officers. I'm just saying that by and large, women don't make good police officers. Overall, a lot of the female cops end up being, all right? So I'm just saying, did she pull out the fuzzy handcuffs? Apparently, I have no idea. We can't find any video, any pictures. Did I get some merch? Do I get some merch if I pay you direct, or do I have to go to the court? Look, I wanted to get one of your, one of your booby videos. Can you just like slap them around in my face? I need to know. Porn is an honorable profession, in my opinion, right? I mean, I think we all celebrate porn half-mast after we get done watching it. We just start sinking a little bit. Johnny, she was bi and large. Well, now that's just two things I like, all right? So, okay, before you give me a ticket, I need to finish, but where do you want it? Look, ma'am, I know you need to give me a ticket, but from what I understand, you really prefer to receive this in the mouth. So just go, real quick, and I'll be done. Do you know why I pulled you over? No, but I know, but do you know why I've been jerking off to you lately? That's just, again, a really weird one to just, that's how you got recognized. And I love how some people in her work may have known about her. Yeah. Some people may have known. Everybody knew. But here's the thing. She's kind of hot and she doesn't give a shit. And they're like, hey, so, saw that you got an OnlyFans. You did, huh? Did you subscribe? Because if you did, you didn't see nothing. Like, hey, I saw that tattoo you've got on your tits. That means I got $5 out of you. Nice. Just open wide, deposits incoming. Oh, no. Oh, no. You can appeal this in court. You have 30 days to do so. Look, I don't know about you, but I can't chub that long. Can we just finish this in the back of my car? From what I understand, you like it doggy style. Look, you can do just like in your video and pretend you got stuck in the door handle. What are you doing, step perp?
Now, I asked MPD if policy or codes are being violated, along with how long the department...
Are policy and codes being violated or just her orifices? I'm curious, what exactly is being violated? Because somebody is putting that flashlight in a place it was never meant to go. And no amount of light can purify. We know you're not putting them handcuffs on my hands. You want them somewhere else. Oh, no.
Or administration has known that she ran this site or any other side business in a sexual nature. MPD said, we take any allegations of policy violation.
So she's been running a side business in a sexual nature. Before OnlyFans, she was literally just pimping herself out. And you had to shoot straight with her or she'd call the cops.
Seriously, and the chief has ordered an investigation. And a spokesperson from the mayor's office says...
Okay, so we have a spokesperson from the mayor's office with a smirmy, shit-eating grin, but we can't get one picture of the officer in question? Apparently, if I just pay like $5, I can see everything. So why can't I have just a face shot to let me know if she's even just, is it a butterface situation? Is it a nice TNA? What is the deal? Do I have to start committing crimes in Minneapolis? I'm a white person, so I'll probably actually get arrested. It's the one place it's backwards. No, that's not true. They just don't arrest anybody. just in general.
If all we're
go.
talking about is naked pictures behind a paywall, the mayor has no issue. However, the chief will determine if there are any policy violations. Now, there have been a number of similar cases across the country. Some, the officers were in uniform. Others, they did not identify as a police officer, and they were let go.
She was using a nightstick as a dildo. She stuck it in both of her holes and then sucked it clean. Trust me. Trust me, man. It's not in uniform, but it ain't out either. You know what I mean? It was out, then in, then out, then in, and then out and in again. Dave Lee, we're going to look at every bit of evidence, possibly twice. We are going to zabruder this film. Oh, does anyone have a tissue? I ended sooner than I thought. I bet her last name ain't Biden. No, but I bet she was effing him and has one of his kids. Holy Jesus. Hobo Chili Recipe, good to see you over there on the Rumble chat saying howdy. So when she says spread 'em, she means her clam handles. Oh. Ma'am, you can't arrest me. Are you reaching for your handcuffs?
I was fixing my coochie lips.
Sweet Jesus, those shouldn't loop all the way over there. Oh, God. But thank you, Hobo Chili Recipe. Thank you, everybody, for being part of the show on all 3 channels. Really love all that. Do we have anything more? You guys are obviously going to pussy out of this and not show me her face or her pussy, you dicks.
Others, like I said, did not identify. They were also let go. Now, to be clear here, at least what we know so far, the MPD officer does not identify in any way as police on her site. Now, there will be...
So why can't we know who it is? I don't want to have to sit here and go through the roster and then join OnlyFans and go... Do you have any idea how long that's going to take? I'm just trying to figure out if this is even worth a jerk or not. God, man. I'm blue balling harder than your dress right now.
More on this story in the coming days. For now, we're in the newsroom. Karen Scullin, Fox 9.
Coming being the operative word. Dicks. Fuck. Google Minnesota Cop OnlyFans and join them all. You know what? Let's try it that way. Let's try it the Google. All right, so news story, no issue with nude photos, reviewing OnlyFans model officer. That's the same story we covered. All right, so that's the Detroit cop. Yeah, the Detroit cop, who, by the way, the Detroit cop, skank a half. Like, no offense, man. You got a big, thick, heavy neck tat, and I'm just like, all right, okay. Were you ever really a police officer, or were you always just an OnlyFans model? Again, is this one? Nope. This is the one who was forced out for being an OnlyFans model. But in some of her OnlyFans pictures in these, she's wearing a police officer uniform. So, okay. Again, a lot of these are just like little kinky, flirty, like I sent my husband lingerie pics and a lot of this shit. And it's like, all right, I get it. So you're doing some naughty stuff on your bed and you took a photo. But again, we don't have a picture of investigating after officer exposed. Yes, but the officer is apparently exposing everything, but we can't find even a face shot. I got no idea who it is. Who is the OnlyFans? She looks like she has a fat puss. My weakness, says Hobo Chili Recipe. Look, man, it's an extra thick meat sandwich. It's a double roast beef. Who can say no? She pulls out that beefy puss, and all of a sudden I'm Arby's. We have the meats, you know. I just must be a gay liberal, or they would blast her out. Well, I mean, I don't know if you meant that to be the double entendre it is, but just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't get blasted out. It just means it might be string cheese. What are they shooting? It's mostly piss. Oh, fuck. So again, Minnesota, come here for the weather, I guess, and stay here to hope that your police officer also is a porn star. I mean, that's really, really weird. I'm sure she looks, you know, what voice to text you can fuck yourself, just like autocorrect. All right, Hobo Chili Recipe is really mad at me, or his voice auto text. I have a sound drop for that. That one took me out for a minute. Okay, so and diving right back in, because we have again 20 minutes left in this hour, and we're going all the way till 5:30 because we're fully funded thanks to fully funded through to Wednesday, thanks to contributions by Mr. Q and everything that happened on Twitch on Friday, and David Chandler with a big contribution last Friday, right as the show ended that I missed. So again, thank you, all of you, for doing that. It was amazing. I have this next story up here just because the title alone made me laugh. Disney is being sued. Now that is something that's about time to happen. Disney and this LGBT agenda thing they're pushing on our kids and the woke stuff and the movie, they're being sued over a water slide. Because apparently it's causing wedgies. They're being sued over giving children wedgies on a water slide. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the simple ability to avoid giving children wedgies on a water slide would be amazing. Thank you, Thorne. Would be just add more water, right? Like slippery when wet. That's how those things work, right? So just more water. How do you have a water slide? Like a water slide giving people wedgies, I really feel like it has to like come up behind and like you do realize a lot of those thongs already go up the butt. It started there, all right? Like, that's a weird thing. And before we even get into the story, that just brought me into this. Ladies, how do you do the whole thong thing? I can't get that. Like it's threading, like, straight up the crack, right? Like, up in the booty. Like, that just, would drive me nuts. You know, I just couldn't stand it. God, that would be right. Just, my poor cheeks. I'd rather give you scratch than that human Q-tip with a good-looking blonde. Well, thank you, Hobo Chili Recipe. Don't worry, he won't be a human Q-tip much longer. He's going to get that hair all trimmed down, and then he's going to have his nice, weird V for Vendetta Widow's Peak thing, which always makes me giggle. Because it's like, right now, I even told him, like, dude, just comb it out, and then you got a hairline, you know? Like the rest of us, you know? There you are. But, again, thank you very much, Hobo Chili Recipe. $10 in on Rumble, which hopefully I'm still watching like a hawk. I'm supposed to get that first Rumble payment any day now to take out. If that shows up anywhere in the next day or two, we'll pretty much bank out the rest of the week. Awesome. Because that would be like another 2 days, easy. So yeah, dude, oh wow, great. You get the stuck crusties out. What? MG to make wedgies great again. It feels good, like flossing. No, I don't believe you, Thorne. I don't believe you. All right, just this whole freaking that's just like that's the thing I never understood with ladies with the string bikini thing. Like you got a vague patch over just over the just just the briefest bit of the front there, and then you just right up the butt. Just, oh, no hesitation. Oh. Just kissing your butthole. Just, he's a fat Q-tip. Oh. I didn't know he's a fat Q-tip. I mean, I wouldn't call him fat. I can't call him fat because I'm well aware that I'm not allowed to participate in leg day, which gives me a severe disadvantage in not being a fat piece of shit. But it's still, you know. Try it, then bidet after. Look. One, I'm not going to try wearing a string bikini. There just isn't. They don't really make one that's very accommodating to the dick and balls. And while mine are largely display items at this point, I still, you know, I like to keep them around. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them, you know, just have them flopping out. And you don't want to present that out when you've met new people. Like, I've got company over. I can't put my dick away. So like mouthwash for your bum. Look, you got to, I'm all right with the bidet. All right. Look, I've never used one. But the principle, the premise, you wash your butthole. All right, that doesn't seem half bad. I could be okay with that. But I am not. I repeat, not flossing my ass. Target has a whole line of swimwear for you. Yeah, but it's not like you mean for me, like for people with male genitalia, but it's not. Let's just say it's not for me. Like I wasn't the target clientele. They knew that going in. All right, so are we getting into the... We haven't even gotten to the story yet. We've just been having fun with bikini bottoms over Disney getting sued. Walt Disney Parks and Resorts is facing a lawsuit related to injuries... related to injurious wedgie. Sounds like the made-up, like, pig Latin thing you would always see, like... when someone annoyed another character, like pornus interruptus, and someone's mad. Just... All right, so Walt Disney is injurious wedgie that court documents allege from riding a 214-foot water slide in the resort's Typhoon Lagoon Park in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. The suit pertains to an incident that took place on October 14th, 2019, on the Humunga Cowabunga water slide during a 2-week visit to Walt Disney World by plaintiffs Emma and Edward McGinnis and their family. The family visited the resort in part to celebrate Emma McGinnis's 30th birthday. And for a reward, she got a wedgie so bad it split her taint. The slide, which Disney bills on its website as a near-vertical 5-story drop in the dark, descends 214 feet and plunges riders into a deep pool of water to end the ride. The suit, which was filed last week in circuit court for Orange County, Florida, alleges that Disney knew or should have known of the risk of painful wedgies, particularly for women. All right, so we're back. It was a thong. We found our culprit. Our culprit was she wore an itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini, and it was so far up her ass that halfway down the ride, it was in her throat, and she was pissed. Oh, poo-hoo you. The Hung Umba Bung Cowabunga. Sus as fuck, says Thorne. Well, I will say, we can definitely say that this ride had... That was just Fat Conan trying to get the underwear out of his ass. I understand. Sometimes it helps to put a little back pressure in there, you know, blow it out, as they say. Good luck to you, sir. That is a weird park in Orlando. Nothing but pasty limeys and extremely good-looking South American women that might be underage. It's just a bad place, this hobo chili recipe. Well, don't make me want to go there. Are you sure? If they're not underage, like, I'm on board. If they're underage, like, no. But, like, if they're good-looking South American women and they're not underage, now we've got a conversation. Maybe in the chat. I have a picture of Rosie O'Donnell in a whale tail. I also have the panties to prove it. Oh, no. Funny they smell like Gordon's Fisher, but... Hobo, that joke is still grossing me out, and I'm pretty sure you didn't mean it. Is she over 18, Disney? It's a small hole after all. It's a small hole after all. Well, no, Saint Aran. That only works if she says no. I love that Thorn threw the guy with the little victory thing here. He's just been sitting there. I didn't even notice
Last
until...
time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Harrow Airy Buddy.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Dear Butch, how you doing? Good to see you. Dear Butch on Twitch TV/Dear Butch. A good time to be had. I enjoyed hanging out at Deerstock before the anniversary show this August. Amazing friend supported the channel. Our good buddy, Dear Butch. Let's ring one in for Dear Butch. Cowbell incoming. Hey-oh. Alrighty, there we go. It's a small whole world. A small whole world. Thank you for the 100 bits, Dear Butch. Four years after the event. What event? Oh, 2019? Well, that's how long it took the lawyers to get this worked out in court. That is one hell of a wedgie, okay? As she descended down the 214-foot water slide, the wedgie lasted a moment, but the painful memories will last a lifetime. Gave her a wedgie so bad, she shit herself. But because the underwear was already so far up there, it was like flossing that turd straight in half. She buzzsawed a log, turned into a flume, left a big old streak, but it looked like racing stripes right down the middle, just two browns, just near them. Oh, no. Oh, man, it just halfway down, just like someone took two brown markers and just... Ref is going to call her for streaking, that's for sure. Okay, so specifically, let's see, the suit, which was filed last week in the Circuit Court for Orange County, Florida, alleges that Disney knew or should have known. Specifically, when a rider of the slide reached the bottom of the ride and traveled into the pool of water designed to stop further travel, the force of the water can push loose garments into a person's anatomy. And in an event known as a wedgie, the suit says, I like that we have to break down for the judge just exactly what a wedgie is, because none of us has participated in any ridiculous high school games or anything. No one's ever received a wedgie or heard of one. Like a bobsled chute. I mean, kind of, except this one, the cool run-ins is your pants right up your ace hole. The Disney Vacation, $430 per day. Memories priceless by MasterCard. And at the end of the commercial, it's someone just constantly pulling their underwear out of their ass. I have this neurotic compulsion to pull on my underwear because I think it's in my ass. I have horrible memories from one time I was assaulted on a water slide. Who assaulted you? The water! Somebody's losing their shit because they take it personal like the water's that did it to them. So they're like, hell no, H2O has got to go. If you give it the chance, it will shove shit up your ass, even if that shit is just your own underwear. But wait, let's not forget, this happened to a lady. So, I don't know how loose the garment was, but it could have gone up either end. Or both. Oof. Oh, poor lady. Literally losing their shit. I mean, yeah, kind of. Nope, doing a show right now. I don't take calls while I'm doing a show. Sorry. I would if I had a show line ready to go, but I don't have that up right now. I'm not even sure if I still have that. Might have to get a new one. All right, the suit permits the incident. The slide, which Disney bills on its website near vertical, we covered that. Rider reached limit. Why did this move? Plaintiffs are seeking damages exceeding $50,000, exclusive of interest and costs for the court of negligence. CNN has reached out to Disney for comment. The suit alleges that Disney was negligent and breached its duties of reasonable care. Suit says that McGinnis assumed the appropriate position with her ankles crossed as instructed, but she became airborne toward the end of the slide and slammed into the slide, which increased the likelihood of her legs becoming uncrossed or otherwise exposing herself to injury. Look, ma'am, if you could just keep your big whore legs shut, none of this would have happened. But no, you had to let your vagina feel the breeze. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I might represent a soulless corporation that's spearheaded by a caricature that's a mouse. But let's be honest. The real reason we're here today is because that whore couldn't keep her legs shut. Oh, no. Perfect segue into the spinning ride where someone sprayed poo. What? There was a spinning ride where someone sprayed poo? It's a weird question to ask before drinking some of my water. I kind of grossed myself out. I might need a link. I want to know about spinning poo ride. Johnny, how do we not have spinning poo ride? What are we doing? This is supposed to be a professional operation, and we don't have spinning poo shooting ride? Most admission tickets have waivers on them that cover stuff like that, and you agree to the waiver by using the ticket. Hopefully that gets tossed out. It's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous, too. I think it's throw up, says John Domingo. Either way, somebody projectile sprayed from an orifice on a spinning ride. I want to know more. Because quite frankly, other than, what was it, I think Dennis the Menace. Other than, like, Dennis the Menace, like the movie, I've never... And that's why I will never go on a tilt-a-whirl. I will never go on a tilt-a-whirl or any of those rides, like a centrifuge-like ride. Not because I can't handle it. That's not the problem. I won't do it because I am terrified that somebody else can't handle it, and I'm going to be stuck in a blow-by-blow, blah, 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 blah. I went over the video frame by frame. It couldn't be poo. Again, I don't know what video we're talking about. I know Battle Brothers Zio linked me a video yesterday that I meant to get to, but I didn't, and that was supposedly super cringe. And that is the only video I'm thinking of right now, and I didn't even check it. I'm working on a link. Well, I will definitely add that if someone's throwing there. If I'm asking for it, I'll do it, God damn it. Let's get to this quick. We'll talk about this while that link hopefully shows up. Gavin Newsom is raising minimum wage to $20 per hour for fast food workers. All you people out there that said, no, you can't do it. Everybody said, oh, you can't do it. Oh, but by the way, another part of that, other news, California also now has the most expensive fast food in the nation. California now requires companies to pay their employees $20 per hour as minimum wage, or at least fast food companies. The law also creates a fast food council that can continue to increase wages each year through 2029 by 3.5% or the change in averages for the U.S. Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, whichever is lower. Of course, those increases will likely just be subsumed by the inflation raising minimum wages always brings. It'll wind up just another case of California politicians keeping the poor in their place by making their money worthless. Oh, wait, we've got oh God, we got big news. One of the employees wants to respond to this. We're gonna go live now to an employee just found out about this wage increase. Hey, so McDonald's is upping their wages, guys. How do you feel about it?
It's the kid. Oh God, it's coming.
Okay, can you grab this? Oh, it's telling us something.
What's it gonna say?
Can you guys grab it?
Cool. Go get it, guys.
Grab the other one too.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so
robot.
much. Thank you, robot.
Hey, buddy, you just got a raise. I just got a Whopper. Why is my Whopper $20? Well, it's because I need $20 an hour, so we got to pass that price on to you. Push the robot over. Help the workers. No, we're indoctrinating our children. Thank you, robot worker, for being the robot, being the poor, menial slave force that we need. It's weird how against slavery we are until the slaves are the ones that we literally build with our own two hands. Then it's okay. Then it's just a human invention to make life more efficient. Weird. That bot doesn't require a 20% tip. I mean, John Domingo, now you're selling me on the robot, all right? Like, here I'm trying to fight the whole robot uprising. You're bringing me their way with this whole, like, hey, he doesn't require a 20% tip. And I'm like, well, then maybe fuck servers. I don't want to give him 20%. Fuck that bitch. All right, John Domingo's got that status. We're going to watch that in just a minute. That looks like it could be really, really bad. And I did not know you covered this. The poo link is up above. Yes, Fat Conan. I grabbed it. We've got the poo link. Thank you. Again, and thank you, John Domingo. If you played it on your show, feel free to link your show. Because if I'm borrowing content you've used, then you better put it on there. Vodka Cran saying, hey, Johnny. Hey, Vodka Cran. Good to see you. Behind in the chats is Fallen the Great. The robot will need tips to keep him charged. Counter service doesn't require a tip unless they do something extra special. Yeah, like suck you off. Then you've got to tip them, more than just the tip you gave them. So it's getting so expensive to live in California that at this point, it's going to be an upper class thing to go to McDonald's. So people are going to be poor on the street while incredibly rich people get to just walk into McDonald's and have their food served to them by a robot. The poor person on the street, I wish I could afford a meal. Well, can't you get a job? You get $20 an hour. You throw the robot a AA battery. Oh, my God, that would be great. Tips come in the form of... Oh, actually, no. That wouldn't be great. Batteries are more expensive. I thought that was awesome until I thought it through. Then it depends on how much Starbucks circa idiocracy. Twitch nuked my channel, Boomer Bunker, tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern on Rumble and Kick. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, dude, no problem, man. Like I said, if I'm borrowing a clip that you've commented on because I want to talk about it, then I'm going to give I give any channel that's given me content to work with a little bit of a shout out and a nod. I would call it a bump, but let's face it, if I got more than anything, they usually have more viewers than me. So, oh well. It ain't a bump. It's called having a good time on this show. So we've got another story about California to get into, but I really want to watch this clip first because apparently it's only 9 seconds long, so it's not even that long. Let's go to this. Oh!
我操！ 穿袜子都不穿。
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think vomit. I think someone was wearing shorts. Look up Captain Planet AIDS episode. Granny loves getting banned. Captain Planet AIDS episode. You're talking about the episode that makes where is I forgot to grab the sound clip from it. I know I have it here saved somewhere in my list of stuff, but I'm not gonna look for it. You're talking about the clip that gives us what is it? I think it's shit, I gotta unmute it first.
Not the way I hear it.
Coach, I've got AIDS.
Wrong.
Coach, I've got AIDS.
You're HIV positive. Big difference.
I really need to get most replayed. The most replayed part.
I've got AIDS.
Wrong. You're HIV positive. Big difference.
Big difference. I gotta get that before tomorrow. Let's spring that one on Aaron. Coach, I've got AIDS. Thank you, Granny loves getting banned. Hi, that new Chinese cannon. What? Chinese cannon. I have no idea. No idea what we're talking about. But again, going back to this one, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. There's not enough there's not enough viscous motion for these to really truly be deemed a liquid. Seems more likely they're a semi-solid. Somebody had a loose. Somebody shit. I'm gonna go with someone shit themselves. All right. I mean, vomit you may believe, but you're rotating. That is a solid chunk. Breaking apart in midair. Maybe it's vomit. I need to see some of the splatter damage. Could be chicken strips and French fries. Oh, I went frame by frame, no shorts for poo to fly. All right, maybe, I don't know. All I know is that was definitely... why did I watch that? Why did I watch? I can't unsee it now. It's like it's playing on repeat. It's like I pulled the audio down and just left it rolling over and over again. Oh. All right. Well, thank you very much. The new Chinese COVID distribution system. Thank you, Fat Coated. John Domingo saying also bad cameramanship. Right? I mean, shoot with a landscape mode. Get a wide angle shot. Feel free to, like, I don't know, zoom in and find out what's going on. Looks healthy. Must eat a lot of fiber. Well, you would think those people would do better. What do you mean, those people? I've gotten no international enema tubing. I've gotten some not intentional enema tubing a couple of times. What? You know what, Johnny? It's not like you have never wanted to feel the wind in your labia. Piss off, asshole. Oh, Fall in the Great behind in the chat. I love you, Fall in the Great. It's good luck if it lands on your shoulder. No, it is not. I will be joshing. It is not good luck. It is gross. It is technically a biological attack. That is gross. That is John Jamingo. I was like, what do you mean those people? Asians. All right. I guess the subtle game's out the window. There we go. That is a full couple days load he was holding just for that moment. Aw. This is, again, why I don't ever want to be on a tilt-a-whirl, all right? I don't want to be on a tilt-a-whirl or anything. Not because I'm worried about me. I know I can hold my shit together, but I'm pretty much sure someone else won't, and I'll get hit by that, and that's... No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Again, I'll be joshing. You shut up with that blasphemy of it's good luck if it lands on your shoulder. I never thought about a colostomy bag. That's a possibility. I mean, that could be too. It could be a colostomy bag. Can you speak correctly for one day? One day. Yeah, I never thought about a colostomy bag. Never thought about a colostomy bag. It could be. And that would, again, oh... Wonder if there was corn. Oh, Fat Conan, no. I don't believe there was. Again, the angle and the lighting, it was really hard to tell. This, again, speaks to the shoddy speaks to the shoddy camera work that was used on this. It just could have been better. Could have been better. And now there's too many questions about the consistency, the color, the smell. Whose face is that? Thank you, Vodka Cran. We need more info on the story, right? I don't have enough info. Dio, could just be a Coke Icy. That would be a beautiful thing, and the world would live in peace. But who brings an Icy with them onto that ride? Dear Butch, now I'm hungry for corn. And now I'm grossed out and I'm never going to eat again. Ugh. All right, so let's talk about something equally gross. California. California's new senator has been selected by Gavin Newsom. I know we're all super excited. And hey, guys, I just want to say we did it. I shouldn't say we. I don't want to take credit for him. Gavin Newsom did it. Gavin Newsom did it. He put in the work. He put in the time. He found for California the most California senator California's ever had. A black, lesbian, abortion activist from Maryland. Wait a minute, what? This is literally his post in Twitter. Oh, and he's got an ad promo for it. I am proud to announce California's new United States Senator, LaFonza Butler, as we mourn the enormous loss of Senator Feinstein and the token old lady that she was. I'm sorry, I'm putting words in his mouth or in his tweet because they're better that way. The very freedoms she fought for and the very blanket voting she did for us. Reproductive freedom, which we never locked down. Equal protection, which we never really did anything about. And safety from gun violence, which we can't do anything about because if someone wants to hurt you, they'll hurt you, gun or not. Never have been under greater assault. Right? I guess, especially reproductive freedom. It's never been under greater assault because you refuse to actually do anything to protect it. You just want to have it again as a victim. I got to stop this. The guy wrote a post. Can you just shut up and just read? Fuck you. LaFonza has spent her entire career fighting for women and girls and has been a fierce advocate for working people. She will make history becoming the first black lesbian to openly serve in the U.S. Senate. From her time as president of Emily's List to leading the state's largest labor union, she has always stood up for what's right and has led with her heart and her values. I have no doubt she will carry the baton left by Senator Feinstein, left being the operative word, continuing to break glass ceilings and fight for all Californians in Washington. Right? We just have to forget the fact that she's not from California. She's just from... She may be a les, but she still sucks dick. Oh, Dio! So let's watch this video. Introducing the lady who apparently can't speak for herself. Gavin Newsom selected this lady. Oh, but no, that's right. Don't let the proud black lady speak for herself. She's just a black lesbian. She can't talk. We got to get the white guy to do all his talking for her. If she's going to have any thoughts, it's to be put in letters behind music. They'll accept a darky, but not one that can speak. Remember, they have to believe that they're trained. She led the nation's largest organization for women in politics. Okay. Again, we don't have any actual speaking parts.
Time and again.
All right, I bitched long enough. I got what I want. All right, tell me what time and again we've been told.
We have been told what choices we can and cannot make. We have come together across race and across place to respond to questions about our rights with clarity and resolve.
If you're talking about California, no, you haven't. And by the way, unions haven't really done that either. She is an affirmative action version of Meatball, the riot recorder, legit. Well, like I said, I thought when we lost Dianne Feinstein, I didn't think it would mean anything if that happened anyway. But I'm like, it should really be a special election thing. It shouldn't be the the sitting governor just gets to appoint somebody. No. And shouldn't it be illegal that your senator is from another state? Like, I get it that we've done this stuff before. Like, Hillary Clinton pulled that bullshit where I'm from New York. But again, you don't live in California. Her FEC filing 31 days ago lists Maryland as her residence, and yet Gavin Newsom is naming LaFonza Butler to be a United States Senator representing a state she doesn't live in. And someone linking a picture of her filing to show her address as a committee of Emily's List, and they take out the actual street address, and they just have Silver Spring, Maryland. Silver Spring, Maryland. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. It's corrupt. It's the government, but still just, can we just taxidermy Diane and let her finish the term? It would be about the same. I mean, I honestly thought that's what they were doing up until I thought it was Weekend at Bernie's. That was their plan for Fetterman for the longest time before they learned the secret to making Fetterman happy was to say, you can just dress like a bum. Weekend at Diane's. Legislation at Bernie's. Bernie Sanders. Alrighty, so this video, this will round out our first hour. We still have 2 hours of show to go, so thank you for being part of this amazing program. Let's go to this video. A skydiver from Chicago at the age of 104 wants to be recognized as
That was so funny.
the oldest skydiver in the Guinness Book of World Records. I just want to see him die on landing. I feel like at 104, your legs can't take the impact. And that don't look like a tandem ride. He doesn't seem like he has anybody behind him. Or am I wrong? Wait, I'm wrong. right, yeah. All right, screw that. Screw that. You don't get a Guinness Book of World Records. Old people have been getting pulled out of planes by young people for a long time. Oh, I'm super old and I let them drag me out of the plane. Good for you. But no, I want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the oldest skydiver. No, it doesn't count. Tandem doesn't count. If someone else is doing all the work, you're just riding, okay? That's like me sitting shotgun in a NASCAR, be like, I want to be recognized as the most handicapped driver in NASCAR. I'm not driving the car, asshole. You're not skydiving. You're riding on that guy's lap, hoping not to shit on his pants. You probably did.
Dorothy, awesome job. That was amazing.
That was wonderful. Yeah, it was wonderful. It was the best ride of your life. Even better than your ex-wife. But my point is, and I say ex because she's dead and he hopes he never sees her again. But again, my point is, dude, you just got taken for Albert Einstein is still alive. Yeah, he's testing the law of gravity. Oh, we're loading something else? I don't want to do that now. I just wanted to watch Grandpa.
Yeah. Did we have fun?
I think so.
I think so. You're not a skydiver if they ask, did we have fun? And you go, I think so. By the way, that's the same way I talk to my daughter. Did you have fun at the fair today, baby? Did you have fun? And again, as I love to brag about this, because I'm just surprised I have one. She's 6, so why is it like old people get treated like children? Is it like some sort of vendetta that people do to old people? I'm going to treat you like a baby because everyone talked to me like a baby and I have some need to get it out on the generation above me. I think it was a woman, says Dorothy and she. I can't be sure. Oh, nope, Dorothy, our 104-year-old friend. All right, I take it back. That's a woman. Again, no, it doesn't count. It doesn't count, Dorothy. It doesn't count. Because you had someone go with you. It's not like that's a training part. You're not a skydiver if you have someone take you with them. All right? You got to go yourself. You got to land it on your own. You were just along for the ride. God damn it. All right, so that's the first hour done. Old people reaching far too high. They do not deserve credit for all. You just can't trust them olds. They'll do anything. You know what it is? Grandma's 104. Social Security's run dry. The money's kind of gone. Savings are out. She thought she'd be dead by now. And the doctor said, I got horrible news for you, Dorothy. Your test came back and you couldn't be healthier. You could live for another fucking 100 years. And she's like, shit. How do I make a quick buck? Guinness World Records, that's worth some money. I'll get some dough out of that. I can make a couple of thousand off of that easy, right? Like, so let's make this happen. Guinness World Records. Now, what can I do? Well, they don't let you have records for shooting ping pong balls out of your twat. Plus, it's been a long time since I pulled that parlor trick. Not even sure the old vagina's still got the power. You know what? I can let some young stud pull me out of a plane and I try not to shit my pants. Fat Conan. Their pronouns are barely and alive. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guinness should stick to making beer. I feel like there are way too many records. The Guinness World Records thing used to be something kind of important. Now every fucking schlub on the planet is like, I gotta get into the World Records book, and they all do the stupidest shit for a world record that doesn't mean anything. And the oldest skydiver, it only counts if you're not going tandem. That's what I'm gonna say. You want to get my like, oh my God, I'm impressed. You're 104 and you're skydiving. You're going out yourself. You're pulling the ripcord yourself, and you're choking to shoot yourself. Yes, choking to shoot. I don't know if that's an actual term. I made it up. But you're doing that yourself on the landing. All right? Johnny is very clippable today. That's what I love to hear, Falling the Great. I'm sure that's not an insult at all. I love being clippable. Clip it all. Share it to everybody. Get a hold of Aaron and then tell him to have me get a hold of you for the clip of my show that you have. I mean, that should be great. Mikey Two Milks. Hi, John. Hey, Mikey. Good to see you over there on YouTube. Keeping the show going on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Thank you for being on all of those platforms. We appreciate everybody watching. If you can click the thumbs up and stuff, certainly help the algorithm and maybe convince people this is a mildly entertaining program they should pay attention to. Certainly wouldn't hurt anything. We appreciate it. As I said, everything always rolls into the goal, and we always move it all forward, which is at Wednesday.
Fuck off.
No, I'm going to do this whole goal thing quick because I'm actually very proud of this. The goal is at Wednesday. It's at $20, and that's not including whatever we've earned today. And Hobo threw in 10 and stuff. The way Rumble's working right now because of the way it pays out is we count Rumble when the payout clears. And that hopefully should come through sometime this week, preferably before Wednesday. And that's going to knock out probably another 2 days. So then another 2 days in the bucket from what our last Rumble payout thing is, and that will put us possibly, we might be by tomorrow done with the week's goals. That would be amazing. Oh my God. It's been a while and it's fun. So thank you for being part of it. Johnny should see the clip of himself sent to me by Zen Rhino that he had Mersh get sent to him by Royce that were originally clipped by me and I sent to Aaron. Well, that is a game of clip tag if I've ever heard one. But I heard ultimately what it came down to is that Hulk Hogan can't make a grilled cheese sandwich. I really like the fact that that we had that much fun with that bit, and that I might be telling that to people like it's a thing. Like, no, it's the greatest thing. Hulk Hogan can't make a grilled cheese sandwich. Becomes this weird rumor. All right. Anyways, I need to find a way to make this mic arm comfortable. There we go. Gotten some national a couple times. I figured rice would be looser. That held together good. Gotta be better than Megan. I don't know that lady's better than Megan. Name like that, high school had to suck. I mean, probably wasn't fun, but I'm guessing she grew up in a community with people with similar names, and maybe they just got around it. Were people really... Mikey Two Milks going, cough, wrench, cough. You know what, Mikey? Can I do it from here? I'll probably regret this. Boom. Boom. Congratulations, Mikey. Mikey saying boom. Yeah, we still need to hook up to do some riffing on the old guitar and shit. But anyways, let's keep moving on. The Hulkster just needs to say his prayers and take his vitamins, brother. Living by his own word. Living by his own word, Jack. Look, man, I'm saying it's a sad day when you can't make a grilled cheese sandwich. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's a sad day when you can't make a grilled cheese sandwich. Mikey stealing my tools is that it's... It's my wrench, damn it. I needed to build my daughter's Barbie playhouse. And I don't think it's 10 millimeters. I don't... That seems like an awfully small wrench. I need bigger wrenches on this program because we're a big dick show, so we need big dick wrenches. Rusty 2 wrenches. Why do you have 2 rusty wrenches? That's a weird... Now I'm just confused. Alrighty, anyway, so we are going all the way till 5:30. Like I said, 2 more hours of the program guaranteed to happen. Everything that we do, bits, subs, and all that, goes towards the goal, which is somewhere in Wednesday. $20 left at least. So I'm guessing it's going to be knocked out. Like I said, that payment we pulled out of Rumble should finally come through sometime this week. So that'll be there. All right. Where's our second hour stories? Drop the audio there. Pull up here. All right. So for our second hour, we're going to talk about Taylor Swift is apparently ruffling Brittany Mahomes' feathers. We have France has a really big problem with bed bugs, and they're trying to on their like trains and shit. They're trying to clean it up before the Olympics reach France because they would hate to be known as a city and country plagued with
next year's
bed
Summer
bugs.
Olympics.
Up. Nope, we got. That's disturbing. Like most things in life. There we go.
To get your high quality
Who's what? You stop it now. We got them all.
I'm an investor in a fund that helps advance innovative sports tech. I'm also Mr.
All right. F off. I want to read this. Jets fans have a message for Taylor Swift. I don't really care about that. All right, so Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes were seen sitting together in a suite high above the MetLife Stadium as the pop star watched her rumored boyfriend Travis Kelce and Mahomes watched her husband play the New York Jets. Mahomes was reportedly with Swift and her entourage Saturday night ahead of the game. Swift has also been seen with Blake Lively and Sophie Turner. I don't really care. But yeah, just again, if you open image in new tab. Again, someone I don't know, maybe it's the picture, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but it just kind of looks like Britney's not happy about this. She's just like, everyone's having a good time. This Ryan Reynolds looking motherfucker is trying to score with Taylor Swift, even though she's apparently dating Kelce. So, I mean, and why, like, no offense, dude, she's not unattractive, but who cares? And again, Brittany Mahomes. Oh my God. Just so sourpussed. Everyone here is like having a decent. You're just Is it the chicken finger? You got a bad finger in your mouth? Something wrong there? I don't understand. Why are we so upset? Why are we so? All right, upset's the wrong. Why are we so annoyed? However, as all eyes turned to them, MetLife Stadium, they quickly found out it was not going to be a walk in the park for the Chiefs and the Jets. No, I don't care about the game. I care about their arrangement. I don't give a shit about the game. I like the idea that Brittany Mahomes is a cheap little bitch who doesn't like someone stealing the spotlight. Taylor Swift looking at Brittany Mahomes after every interception. Brittany Mahomes was watching Patrick throw an interception and embarrassing her in front of Taylor Swift. What? Brittany Mahomes watching Patrick throw an interception and embarrass her in front of Taylor Swift. Brittany Mahomes said to Taylor Swift, tight ends don't always get the ball. They're actually really important for blocking, another fan added. So now we have, I'm sorry, this is another picture. Let's open this one in open image in new tab. This is another picture of the day. Now it looks like they're kind of getting along better. See, now this isn't as fun. And again, this dude just looks like Ryan Reynolds, all right? He has banged so many ladies just looking like Ryan Reynolds. Okay, he's close enough. He's close enough. You can't see him with the chat in the way, actually, so I'm sorry. But that guy looks like Ryan Reynolds. That motherfucker is not real, all right? I have a 36 millimeter socket. Mikey, I would take 2 milk cartons back in elementary school, so I would have to go thirsty, thus the name Mikey 2 Milks. What? Mikey would take 2 milk cartons back. Oh, what? That is not Ryan Reynolds, says Fat Conan. I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. If it's Blake Lively, then it might be Ryan Reynolds. Fuck. I completely forgot Ryan Reynolds is married to Blake Lively, so if that's Blake Lively, then yeah, that might be Ryan Reynolds. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Fat Conan, for pointing that out to me. You know what, though? I stand by my original point. I bet that guy has gotten laid because he looks like Ryan Reynolds. That's our stupid statement of the day, I think. I don't know if I can top that one. But that guy gets a lot of puss looking like Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I bet he does. It's almost like he is Ryan Reynolds. Have a cricket phone. I don't know. I can't tell. Does it flip? Does it flip? Isn't Ryan Reynolds gay? You know, I used to hear that a lot. I used to hear that a lot, and I would believe it, except he has a kid with Blake Lively? And why would Blake Lively and him fake a marriage and a kid and things for this long? I mean, seems weird. But I mean, yeah, I have a friend who lives out in California who would say that it's all about the wrists. And he would say, yeah, look at that guy's wrists. Definitely gay. I've seen him in public. I've met him in public. Very, very tiny wrists. He's gay. And it's like, all right, I don't know if thin, tiny wrists automatically makes you gay. It just maybe makes you weak-wristed. I don't know. But wrists don't look that thin in the photo. So, again, I don't even know what he was on about. But no, I don't care about the game. I want Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift to kind of like be. I want to see catty bitches. I'm sorry. I want to see Mean Girls. That's all I'm looking for. Mint Mobile is his phone company that he is promoting. Okay, I don't know. Obama and Mike did it. Obama and Mike did which one? 36 millimeter is the rear socket for my Harley as well. Now we're getting into. We've got half of the chat is divided between Tool Talk and signs of homosexuality. It's a weird thing. Faked the kids and being violent. She went into a freaking witness protection program because she saw his cock. I haven't seen her in a long time. K Fallen. Wait a minute. What? What's horrible and great at the same time? Where's Fallen? Rusty Grammar at K Fallen. That's horrible and great at the same time. Fallen the Great. Where's K Fallen's comment? I don't see K Fallen. Is Fallen the Great K Fallen? I thought. I'm dumb. I goes to get kicked in the dick as a kid and pushed off the slide, and they would laugh and say that was great. That's how I became Fallen the Great. Used to. Okay. That's sad, actually. But alrighty, I get where you're going. You know, and you took a positive, you made it a negative. Faked the kids and being straight is just something, like I said, I think too many people want to believe for some sort of personal hatred of Ryan Reynolds or love of Ryan Reynolds. I have no idea. All I'm saying is I don't think so. I don't think so at this point. I don't get where the win is on that. Where is the win on that? It's not like being gay prevents you from being successful in Hollywood in this day and age. Hell, if he had come out back during Van Wilder, he still would have been Van Wildly successful. All right, I feel bad about that. I've been on a weird old like dad joke kind of tear. And now I think I pulled something. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyhow, let's learn about France vowing to take action as bedbugs sweep Paris, and they got to get ready for the incoming Olympic Games. So now is not the time to have the bedbugs bite. Take it away, I think, French lady.
A widespread bedbug outbreak sweeps through Paris. The pests have been spotted at places like movie theaters and even on public transportation. And it comes just as the French capital is preparing to host next year's Summer Olympics. CNN's Melissa Bell reports.
A nasty commute, and not just for the passengers you can see. French officials say that bedbugs have infested Paris's transport networks and the wider city.
Oh, that's gross. I'm going to go back a couple seconds. I hope you're not eating. This is the sweet spot before people start cooking dinner.
And not just for the passengers you can see. French officials say that bedbugs have infested Paris's transport networks and the wider city.
It looked like some sort of weird, like, I don't know if that was like vomit or something, and then they flick it and it all starts crawling. Oh, God. two hots and all the bed bugs you could sleep with. I mean, how much of a whore are you? They are dirty bitches over there. Apparently, this is on public transportation. This is on the trains and shit. This is bad.
The race is now on to exterminate the bugs with less than a year to go until the Olympics. From metros to high-speed trains, videos have shown them taking over some cinemas and even Charles de Gaulle Airport, which is making for an itchy situation as France prepares to host the rest of the world next summer.
Really an itchy situation. Bed bugs aren't really the most like biting thing. I don't know. Hey, have you considered telling all your junkies that you can apparently smoke bed bugs? I guess like they're like a hallucinogen. I have no idea. Never done it myself, but I've heard from what I've heard. And if you unleash a whole bunch of like junkies on it, they will smoke every bug they can find. Where they left all the homeless sleep, do we not think there are consequences of all the homeless vagrants? So let me get this straight, Fat Conan. You're implying in some weird universe that like homeless and like vagrant people might ride a metro transit train for hours and hours on end because it's somewhere they can sit and sleep, and that doing so they might leave bed bugs in the seats, and that it could just be a growing I mean, I'm ashamed for the world that you think you live in. I mean, you're probably absolutely right, but we're not supposed to say that, I mean, we're not supposed to say that on the internet. They sit in the bed and smoke bugs all day. I wish I had that clip for this story.
Officials are preparing to take measures to contain the scourge, with transport operators gathering this week to try to find ways of getting rid of the pests. But that's not enough for some, who say the thought of sitting on a bus or a train next to the uninvited seatmates makes their skin crawl.
That really traumatized me. I'll keep my luggage closed to prevent them from getting to my home. Also, I'm not from here, so once...
Of course you're not from here. I mean, your voice out... All right, you know what? I'm not going to say it. 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 I'm not going to... How does she have a problem with bugs? No.
Makes their skin crawl.
That really traumatized me. I'll keep my luggage closed to prevent them from getting to my home. Also, I'm not from here, so once I get home, I'll have to wash all my clothes.
I mean, the fact that we can actually see them means there are a lot of them, and in addition, they're being seen in the day when they usually come out at night. So there is a big problem.
The bed bugs mostly come out at night. Mostly. Dude, your hair looks as bad as mine. I think we both need to switch our shampoos up, buddy. You look like you might have a few bed bugs, or at the very least, like you might smoke a few.
Somewhere.
Paris Deputy Mayor Emmanuel Grégoire says that no one is safe from the problem because the bug...
Wait a minute. Was that the deputy mayor pulling the pillow out of the case right there? That looked like, God, if only I had Aaron here to tell me the actor's actual name. But that looked like the professional. That looked like the... God, I don't remember his name, but he French actor. He was in The Professional, whatever. Fuck you.
Bugs can be picked up anywhere. A recent government report estimated that about 1 in 10 French households had bed-bug infestations between 2017 and last year. Though some fumigation companies say business is higher than usual and more urgent.
We've had customers calling us up crying, desperate for a solution. And it's very, very costly. When you have to throw away all of your bedding, when you have to undergo works in your apartment. And so you get into a sort of paranoia.
And whilst bedbugs may be a growing nuisance in Paris, health experts say that they're not considered dangerous, causing merely itching and rashes. And their numbers are increasing not just in the French capital, but around the world, as people travel more and the bugs become more resistant to pesticides. An irritating problem, but not one, say French officials, that should pose a threat to the upcoming Olympics. their plan to stop the bed bugs biting as soon as they can. Melissa Bell,
Oh, boo. Is this the 1500s? Apparently. Oh, you need the clip? I will email Aaron. Please do. Please email Aaron and ask him for the clip. Actually, that seems like a little bit of a... Could you maybe, just maybe email April and ask April to get a hold of Aaron and to tell Aaron to send me the clip? The spit's not going anywhere today. I don't think so. And I love it. I love it. It's a great thing. It's a great bit. We're keeping it. Angry Saxon, what's next? Black Plague 2.0. Probably. I mean, I haven't scheduled it, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I really, for the answer to that, I mean, Black Plague 2.0 really does sound like Fauci's neck of the woods more than anything. So you probably want to check with him on where we're at with Black Plague 2.0. I have no idea. Like I said, not on the board. So let's get that one out. This next one might be a little graphic. I'm going to warn you, this next video. Maybe we have a couple of stories, don't we? We should do stories before jumping into all of that stuff. Yeah, we'll jump into this story first. Saltwater is creeping up the Mississippi River after this summer's drought, and apparently 1.2 million people might not have drinking water. Now, saltwater creeping up the Mississippi River is threatening the drinking water supply in New Orleans for the first time in more than 30 years. Now, the part that I'd like to repeat is in more than 30 years. So they didn't say in more than 200 years or anything like that, because literally in the last 30 years, this has happened a couple of times. So it's almost like every once in a while, when there's a drought, the water in the Mississippi kind of doesn't come out enough, and salt water moves in a bit, and it, I don't know, takes away New Orleans drinking water. So this is, again, something that happens, but why it matters, the supply of water is for more than 1.2 million people. It is expected to become unsafe to drink by late October. President Biden declared the situation a national emergency last week. If contaminated, it could be weeks or months before fresh water returns, unless there is significant rainfall, leaders say. Many municipalities in southeast Louisiana, including New Orleans, pull their drinking water from the river. Communities further south have had salt water in their water since June. The Army Corps of Engineers expects the saltwater intrusion to reach New Orleans by October 22nd. Officials are working on plans to mitigate water disruption. So we're kind of fucked. If you're in the South, you shouldn't drink the water. That's what happens when you build a city on top of a saltwater marshland, right? We put all these communities and cities in places where, but it looks so nice. But it's so beautiful so many times a year. Yeah, but it's also kind of, not good for you. It's, bad. It's bad for you. All right, come on now. They drink river water? Ha ha, they drink piss and shit. Well, no, fall in the grade. I believe what they're saying is their water is pulled from the river, purified, and used as their water source. It just and the Mississippi, she's a going dry. Well, the Mississippi is at some record low levels because of drought and lack of rainfall. But my point is, in 30 years, this has happened before. Look, I'm 40, right? And so they say over 30 years. So they won't say exactly when it happened last, but more than likely it's happened before in my lifetime, which means this isn't some sort of, oh my God, the climate's so bad, we got to be worried about it. It seems like we just need to understand that we live places we shouldn't. Kind of like in Minnesota, you can't live here in the winter unless you prepare. You guys need to make some prep. The only national emergency is stopping Biden from falling over. Lord have mercy. Well, in that regard, that's why we got to keep the salt water out of here. It's apparently more slippery. I don't know how, but it's more viscousy. So we have that. We'll do this. I'll do this story, and then I've got the video that we'll go into, and then we'll end with our last OnlyFans story. I hope that this one has pictures of the alleged OnlyFans model, because then we can. I don't need pics like OnlyFans pics. I just want to see the face. I want to be able to see the face. Maybe a body shot, tastefully dressed. I'd like to judge. I'm a horrible judgmental asshole. All right, so a New Jersey man deliberately drove his SUV into a home and the office of a municipal police department last week, authorities have announced on Friday. No one was injured in the crashes, both of which took place. Wait a minute, what? He drove his SUV into a home and the offices of municipal police department. So wait, he drove into the home and left and then went. How does he hit both? So the crashes took place on September 20th. The Warren County Prosecutor's Office said in a news release. However, at least one officer narrowly escaped being struck when John Hargraves, 34, of Belvedere, probably drunk off of Belvedere, drove into the Independence Township Police Headquarters, causing significant damage. Hargraves' vehicle came to rest in the department's squad room. As he got out of the vehicle, prosecutors said Hargraves put his hands in the air and appeared to be celebrating while loudly playing Guns N' Roses' song, Welcome to the Jungle, on his car stereo. All right, so I want you, Wilmans. I want you on the south side. I've heard a lot of reports of, holy Jesus! You dive the crash car. Everyone draws their gun. Welcome to the jungle, yeah! Just fucking, I did it. Like, what are you celebrating? Oh wow. That crash happened just minutes after Hargraves had driven into the garage door of a home in Liberty Township. An act prosecutors said was intended to harass the homeowner, who is known to Hargraves. He then drove to the Independence police station because it was closest to the home, the prosecutor said. Hargraves was charged with burglary, criminal mischief, and a weapons count in both crashes. He also faces counts of terrorism, aggravated assault, and causing widespread injury and or damage stemming from the police station crash. Authorities have not disclosed a possible... God damn it. I might be having more brain problems. Authorities have not disclosed a possible motive for the crashes. They said Hargraves remained jailed Friday. So let's look at the picture of this. This is just like, again, you're blaring Welcome to the Jungle. You've got okay, I'm guessing Jean-Claude Van Cop here is probably very upset. All right, that guy probably almost hit him or somebody else. He's probably pissed. But Officer Tons of Fun here, who looks like he might have just been on the other end of the room, because I'm not seeing a lot of sudden step. Not like he doesn't get out of the way quickly. Guessing he was out of the way already. I feel like he should be chuckling. Because, yeah, it's a tense moment. The guy literally drove into your office, and my voice just cracked. Thank you so much. He drove into your office and literally came through the wall, but just like the Kool-Aid man, just, oh, yeah. Oh no. You are lucky to not get shot, sir. I'm amazed nobody's gun is drawn. I, for a moment here, thought this guy did have his gun drawn until I realized, nope, it's on your holster right there. Jean-Claude Van Cop is not gonna have to use. He's got his karate or whatever he studies. I don't even remember what Jean-Claude Van Damme uses as a fighting style. That is weird. Muscles from Brussels, and I don't remember. Alrighty. We have an hour and a half in the show, and we're still on our second hour stories. We got 2 of those left to go. And I have to open that one back up because I shouldn't have closed it. Where is... There we go. Oops, that shouldn't have been that loud. All right, so we're going to close that story there. We've got 2 left. We're going to do this one and then one more. And then we can jump into our third hour stories. And Riding Dirty Llama saying, it's Johnny. Afternoon, young man. Hey, Riding Dirty Llama. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I would like to say I'm doing well. I'm going to be honest. This morning and now today, the speech impediment stuff, like screwing my words up so much, it's really starting to make me very, very nervous. But yeah, no, I'm good. We're having a good day. We are doing it. Things are happening. We're having a show. We're going until 5:30 because we're fully funded through Fat Conan. My lightsaber's overheating. Your lightsaber's overheating. You have an actual like one of those like ordered from the internet lightsabers, or are you making a joke? I'm not sure what we're talking about. But I meant to link this before earlier too. Where is these things? If you want to contribute to the show through PayPal, Venmo, or Streamlabs, here are the links to those. Again, we're already into the week, so we're just kind of riding high on that right now. And if you do contribute anything, it goes forward to that. Or if you're someone who uses CBD, CBG, and other like products, my friends at Hemponics are a great source of that. And if you use the link I provided at the bottom there, we get a little contribution for all of the business you give to our sponsor. And if you go to either of their in-store locations in New London or Wilmer, you can use the in-store promo code of Crutches20. So, got a Hemponics ad for us, or is the Hemponics causing the speech issues? No, the speech issues, I would like to think, are from, weed and stuff like that. And some of them might be just from dry lips and things like that. But no, unfortunately, the marijuana and the CBG and the CBD can't be blamed for sudden onset stupid speak. That one's on me. All right, anyway, so let's go over to this. A guy in Florida, apparently a former federal prosecutor, is Johnny Don't English Good sometimes. Well, I mean, don't English God sometimes. Me and God aren't on the best of speaking terms. Turns out I have a memory and I hold a grudge. Who knew? Who knew? The shadow knows. Anyways, so this story, to set this up, a man, actually, I don't know that I need to set this up. I think they do for me. We'll just play this. Again, this is video of a guy apparently stabbing a dude. It's not very clear. We can't really see much of anything. The man who was stabbed, as far as I know, suffered serious injury but was not fatally wounded and was at least okay. Either way, this is from... I don't even know what this is. We'll just... we'll let them explain it. There we go. Boop, boop.
This all happened last Tuesday. According to Sergeant Steve Gaskins with the Florida Highway Patrol, a driver was slumped in his car for, quote, unknown reasons. Then there's a good Samaritan, Ahmed Gahath, and his wife who were attempting to help him. But then that driver comes to awareness and accelerates, hitting Gahath's car and also another car. Inside of that car, according to state troopers, was Patrick Scruggs, who got out, shattered the glass of that formerly incapacitated driver, and then attacked him, state police say, with a knife. That driver was injured, serious injuries, state police tell us, but is expected to survive. Now, Scruggs is
dude, road rage much? Dude, Jesus. And oh my God, I gotta look at that again. Why do you look like me if I only worked out all the time and didn't ever get super fat? Play.
And then attacked him, state police say, with a knife. That driver was injured, serious injuries, state police tell us, but is expected to survive. Now, Scruggs is a former federal prosecutor.
Nope,
according
never mind.
to his LinkedIn.
Totally different eyes. Got totally different eye setup. Eyebrows totally different, minor way bushier. We do both have the same soft chin with kind of the chub covered butt chin thing. So that's where I got thrown. And the noses are both smooth. But aside from that, and the hair, but you have my hair when I was younger, so that doesn't matter.
He worked for almost a decade at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Tampa. And then over the summer, he joined a private law firm here in Atlanta. I spoke with Scruggs' attorney over email. His name is John Nolgren. And he is telling me via a statement that he's urging the public to keep an open mind here, saying that his client, like anybody else, is innocent until proven guilty. Also saying this in part.
Well, I'm proven guilty. The proof is in the pudding, a.k.a. this point, the video footage. In the video footage, he flat out stabbed the guy. Like, I'm sorry, it looked like a road rage incident to me, because that guy wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't doing anything. The damage has been caused, and the situation is what it is. And then you just haul off, and you just Gaddafi the guy a couple of times. Thank you, voice crack. Needed that again. And we're out of water. Hour and a half to go in the show. Clock is ticking. How long can the cords hold out as they get drier and drier? They did not think he was going anywhere before he ran over those people. But what does stabbing him get you? So you're sitting there, the guy hauls off, hits a car, and then hits you. So you get out and you stab the guy. Again, he ain't going anywhere now. He hit two other cars. He was already stopped. When you went up to stab him, it wasn't like he was trying to drive away. Just saying. Doesn't exactly make dollars and cents.
Quote, this was a chaotic situation involving multiple crashes caused by only one person on one of our area's busiest bridges. That person was not Mr. Scruggs. There is much more to this incident than what is being reported, and we are diligently working to bring to light the full facts of what occurred. And Scruggs has been charged with aggravated battery, aggravated assault, and burglary. He left the Pinellas County Jail on a $65,000.
What's the burglary for? For busting up into the car? Where is the burglary charge coming from? And I love the lawyer like, hey, man, look, there were multiple crashes, and my client was not responsible for any of those crashes. Yeah, but he was the sole person responsible for all of the stabbing involved. I mean, there were several stabs made into the victim, but all of those stabs were made by your client. So, I mean, you know, you can say that he is 0% of the car crash problem, but he is 100% of the stabby problem. He should claim the Rittenhouse defense. Again, I don't know what defense you can claim off of the video that we saw where you literally bust into the dude's car and start stabbing him. I had to defend myself. And by the way, Tree Expert, thank you for following the channel on Rumble. Thank you very much. We have all 3 channels going up. Thank you for watching on every one of those channels. I'm just making sure we keep the phone ready in case we need to. Okay. FAFO defense. Fuck around and find out. I mean, we don't know why the guy was slumped over in the car to begin with, but he got startled or he got awoken and he floored it. I mean, is that really fucking around? Hey, tell him his brother Buster called and wants his bike back.
Dollar bond. The law firm that he worked under here in Atlanta told me via email that he is no longer employed there. Isabel Rosales, CNN, Atlanta.
Isabel Rosales.
This is a continuation.
Pretty spicy little lady. How you doing? Don't mind that lady a single bit. All right. Anyways, we got to get to this story. Think they will represent him? I mean, I think they will. I don't know if his brother Buster Scruggs will make it, but I think he'll have decent representation. I don't know what you're going to claim for your. It's a weird thing. My defense, the defense of my actions or my. He crashed into my car. I had to stab the guy. Clearly, I had to stop her screaming. All right. This one, again, second story of the day for this. Missouri high school teacher is put on leave after the school officials discover her page on a porn site. Here we go again. Oh, me and your titties are now good friends. Because I'm a VIP. All right, I'm not going to go into this. It's not a musical show. A Missouri? Keep thinking you're thinking it. All right. A Missouri high school teacher has been placed on leave after officials discovered that she was performing on a pornography website to supplement her salary. I mean, if she's doing it to supplement her salary, don't you have to feel partially responsible? If you'd pay your teachers a better wage, Missouri, she wouldn't have to suck dicks for money. We have a name. I don't know if we get a picture, but we get a name. Alrighty. Brianna Coppage, 28, who taught English at St. Clair High School. We do not get a picture, but let's look up Brianna Coppage. More like coppage of feel. Oh. And I hate myself too. All right. Control C. And go here. And go here. And go here. And there. And there. Oh, shit. We got a picture or two. We got a picture or two. Oh, we got some photos. They're all good. She's a hoe, but we got some photos. Yes, we do. All right, not bad, not bad. Oh, wow. That was your... Ooh, no, no, no. Let's see, can we... That one almost seems not safe for work. Let's go here. Open link in new tab. Boom. Bam. Saucy, saucy lady. Just putting it all on display. Well then, God bless. The knife is possessed by an evil spirit that was controlling me, says Toastmaster. I could use some tutoring. I think we all could. As we could tell from this morning and today, I don't speak English very well. So let's find out. Again, supplementing her income. Let's open this image in a new tab here. Is she maybe married, though? I don't know. To a Ryan Reynolds-looking motherfucker? Another Ryan Reynolds-looking motherfucker. All right, let's go back here. I don't think that one actually is in this case, though. So, Missouri high school teacher, who we have now verified, certifiably spankable, who taught English at St. Clair High School, says her teaching days are probably over, but she acknowledged that she knew the risks. Coppage told the St. Louis Post-Dispatch that she was put on leave on Wednesday after being interviewed by 2 administrators and asked to take off her bra. Her access to school email and other software was suspended while the district investigates, she said. It was kind of always like this cloud hanging over my head. Like, I never knew when I would be discovered, Coppage said in an interview. Then about 2 weeks ago, my husband and I were told that people were finding out about it, so I knew this day was coming. Yeah, but it wasn't coming on your chest. Superintendent Kyle Cruz said in a statement that the district was recently notified that an employee may have posted inappropriate media on one or more internet sites. The district was engaged, or has engaged, legal counsel to conduct a comprehensive investigation into this matter, Cruz wrote. Actions taken as a result of the investigation will be in accordance with board policy and with guidance from legal counsel. St. Clair, about 55 miles southwest of St. Louis, the high school has about 750 students. So that is a small-town high school. Your high school has 750 students. So if you divide that by 4, round up to 8 to make it easy, you got 200 kids a graduating class. That is not a very large high school. So she knew she wouldn't get away with this forever. And how bad is your teaching career that you're like, you know what? I like teaching. I love helping the youth. I love the benefits of being a teacher. I will be a teacher. I will help the children. But I ain't giving up this dick money that I'm getting. I am getting too much money from making these fuck videos. And quite frankly, my husband's going to stovepipe me anyway. I might as well get paid for it. I mean, all right, well, let's get into, we got numbers. She cuts right to the shaft. Coppage said she joined OnlyFans website over the summer to supplement her salary as a second-year teacher. She taught English to freshmen and sophomores and made about $42,000 last year, according to the newspaper's public pay database. She said she earned an additional $8,000 to $10,000 per month performing on OnlyFans. Coppage said she chose the site because its content is available only to subscribers, and she thought it would help protect her identity. She said she did not know how the district learned of her account. She insisted no content was filmed or posted while she was on school grounds. I am very aware that I am probably never going to teach again, but that was kind of the risk I knew I was taking. I am sad about that. I do miss my students, she said. But Coppage said her account has gained 100 new subscribers since word began to surface. She has more than doubled her subscription price and plans to continue posting on the site. I do not regret joining OnlyFans. I know it can be taboo, or some people may believe that it is shameful, but I do not think sex work has to be shameful, Coppage said. I do just wish things just happened in a different way. What, you mean like you wish you hadn't gotten stuck in the washing machine? What are you doing, step student? All right, so you realize now, if you're moving off of this, Miss Coppage, you have to do a whole slew of teacher porn. You've got to lean out and lean in. They are already going to out you for being the porn teacher. You now have to be the porn teacher doing the porn. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do the teacher porn. That's what you got to do. You've now got to make there's a whole bunch of people that are going to look you up, and they are going, seriously, sophomores and freshmen are going to find a way to spank it to you, because they have been already. Now they just realize, oh my God, I could have actually had a real film instead of my imagination. Declassified Crocs saying not a big risk if you get fired for making just above minimum wage. Right. I mean, that's, again, like I said, she was making enough money on this on the side to go, you know what, I'm not going to give it up. And how hard is it to wear a mask? I mean, ask Fauci, you know? How hard is it to just cover your face, you know, for the safety of everybody? I knew somebody would recognize me eventually. I mean, if all you're showing is your sweet nethers, then, I mean, no, they won't. Plenty of women do porn without putting their face out there because, again, without the face, you got tits and an ass. It's just, I mean, they're nice, but they could be anybody's. District officials were just doing innocent research when they found her profile, I'm sure. Yeah, my question is, how much research did they do before they approached her? And did they approach her and ask her to pick up a pencil? Hello, Miss Coppage. Would you have a seat? And I know this request might seem weird. Could you slowly and sensually eat this banana? There we go. DuckDuckGo and name plus OnlyFans leaks equals free, LOL. Don't ask how I know this. Looked up similar stories before. Her stage name should be Paige Turner because she was an English teacher. Dude, I'm sorry. Her actual last name is Coppage, all right? Brianna Coppage. Her name is Brianna Coppage. And again, I don't have the pictures up anymore, but she's actually kind of a nice spicy little number. Like I quite frankly, I think Coppage, you got to keep the Coppage name. You got to keep the Coppage name. Copperfield, just Coppage is too close. Chevy JB, I've seen some vaginas I could pick out of a lineup. But my point is, how has anyone else at the school seen that vagina? She's married with a husband. It's her second year as a teacher. How many other people have seen that vajayjay that they go, hey, wait a minute, that's Mrs. Coppage, the English teacher. Mrs. Coppage, why do you have that bag between your legs?
It's not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie lips hanging out.
Mrs. Coppage, this is an English class. You shouldn't use words like that. I mean, that's not okay just because you're having some sort of weird jock itch. Why are you scratching? What are you doing?
I was fixing my coochie lips.
All right, fair enough. Can I have a bathroom pass? No reason. My first sex teacher isn't too far off, says Saint Caesar. What do you mean isn't too far off? I gotta have more coppage, right? I gotta have more coppage. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more coppage. If we had more pictures to go up, I'd pull them up. But we kind of hit there weren't a whole lot of them. And I'm not going to subscribe to OnlyFans. I'm just not in it. Just not in it. All right. We have a moment until 4:20. So we're going to pack up this little thing here and hit it up on the old 4:20. You're going to have to follow the clock because we might not hit it at the same time. But while I drop the audio for a second, I'm going to pull up our hour 3 stories so we can get those ready to go. Because, again, we're going until 5:30, so we've got another hour and 15 in the program. Thank you for being part of it. Thank you for everyone that's supported it, whether it's just watching, listening, being in the chat on Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube. My, porn series. My first sex teacher, I guess that could work. She could do that. Again, just literally the fact that she's gotten 100 more memberships since word got out. That's how bad this is. By the time that they started writing a story, she's already got 100 more people. She's considering doubling her subscription fee. And she's like, you know what? How about I got 100 more people? I'm making about 10 grand a month. How about I move that up to 20 grand a month? That sounds doable. 420. Happy 420, everybody. I've seen some vaginas. Most of those people, most of those new subscribers probably work in the district. Exactly. Oh, yeah, and she knows. She knows so many people she worked with found out. They all heard the new English teacher, Mrs. Coppage, has an OnlyFans site, and oh boy, did they sign up quick. So you see, even though she's not working for the school, she is still getting that sweet school district money. Just in a totally different way. Oh, Mrs. Coppage. I am having trouble moving on from Mrs. Coppage. I'm going to be honest. All right, let's... don't wipe your third-hour stories. We got to pull these up. You can get extra credit for getting the pro subscriptions. She starts getting weird requests. Like, the people are like, can you tell me I've been a bad boy, Mrs. Coppage? That's not my name. How did you know that? Well, I don't know, because you see her out and about in public. Hey, Mrs. Coppage, you're my second-hour English class teacher. You've been missing for the last few weeks. What happened? Oh, well, just a career change. It's not what I heard. I heard you joined OnlyFans. I was spanking it to you last night. By God, you're not even 18. Yeah, and you used to be a teacher, so we can fuck, right? Like, I'm just glad. Here's the thing that we should be doing with all of these teachers. One, if she's sexy enough to make money, supplemental income on OnlyFans, God bless. God bless. As long as she's not fucking the students. Finally, we have a hot teacher who's not boning the students. Let's just let it be. Plus, how high would her attendance be from then on? Every guy in her class is in class every day. Tom, you shouldn't go to school. You look sick. I think you have a fever. You need to stay home. No, I have my presentation for Mrs. Coppage today. Tom, it's just English. It can wait. No, I can't let Mrs. Coppage down. You don't understand. She has amazing teaching skills. And, wait a minute. What? Brooklyn Love XXX is her name. Oh, so she's on Twitter as Brooklyn Love XXX? Now I'm tempted. We shouldn't do it. Why should we go down this rabbit hole? I don't know that I need to. I feel like we've covered enough of Mrs. Coppage. Of name equals OnlyFans. Alrighty. Well, at any rate, let's pull up the second-hour stories, because I have those to do, or third-hour stories. We have a football player that is getting suspended indefinitely. We have a story about Sam Bankman-Fried's parents. We have Jamal Bowman breaking his silence on the fire alarm incident. We'll bring you back up to speed if you don't remember what that is. And we've got news about what the... What the fuck is going on? That's not it. It's got to be one of these. All right, yeah, it's one of these auto ad things. You assholes are super ball hungry to push your ads today. Alrighty. So we have a few left to go. Let's subscribe on stream equals awesome content. What? Subscribe on stream to OnlyFans? No, I don't think so. I don't need to subscribe to OnlyFans. My life has enough lows And I, quite frankly, cannot afford to be some sugar daddy to some lady that won't even touch it. So as it is already, I am paying what I would consider child support for the one I've made. I don't, unless you're going to shake hands with my dick, you're not getting any of my money. It's where I'm at. What I have stays with me. And you have to be a lady on the dick handshake, by the way. A stipulation I did not bring up. You do have to be a lady. Better off buying a fleshlight. Same deal. Pretty much, yeah, you could just get a fleshlight. And again, for those of you that are incredibly fiscally strapped like myself, it's called masturbation. Since time immemorial, we've been able to wring one out, okay? You don't need to add an apparatus or an internet subscription or since man has existed, he's been able to grab his dick and kind of, jerk one off, all right? If you can't manage with your brain in your hand, there's something wrong. You're too needy, okay? Oh. Unless it's Aaron or Gino. I have no idea what you're talking about there, St. Caesar. There is one thing I don't need to know about Aaron or Gino. It's their sexual proclivities. I don't need to know what they do to please each other. That is between them and God. And I suppose they're between them, God, and their beards, respectively. All right, so Louisiana Tech's Brevin Randall is suspended indefinitely after stomping on a player's neck. This is, we have it on. Okay, so we have it on a Twitter clip, but we don't have an actual clip of the incident. Okay, so let's just read this and then we'll go to the video. Coach Sonny Cumbie and I met with Brevin Randall today and informed him that he has been suspended indefinitely as the result of the incident during last night's game versus UTEP Louisiana Tech. Athletic Director Eric Wood said in a statement on Saturday via ESPN. In speaking with Brevin, he acknowledges that his action was wrong, and he understands the consequences of that action. Well, you know what? Let's just go to the action part. Let's go to the action. Watching it on Twitter. Let's go here. Let's go. So we have a tackle. We have a play, tackle, getting up. Okay. Did he stomp on his neck or did he step on his helmet?
Football just was able to pop out that time.
He kind of stepped on his neck, but it wasn't like it was straight up deliberate. But I also don't think he gave two shits. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't bend over backwards to defend that guy. That definitely looks a little sus. So now Louisiana Tech is letting this guy go. The referee, who I really admire, came over at halftime and very gentlemanly said that he dismissed it. DeMel said via El Paso Times. That's part of the game. The official was a class act. I really appreciate that. Randall is in his senior year at Louisiana Tech. He has 46 total tackles and 2 sacks this season. So yeah, you aren't going into any pro career then, that's for sure. That kind of made sure that's not going anywhere. Oh, but maybe you already know that. I mean, you're Louisiana Tech. You know, I mean, I feel like if they were farming you out, they probably would have by now, right? They would have sent a whore to your hotel room, and be like, hey, give this guy a rub and tug and tell him to head it on here. Alrighty, and that's the end of that. So Louisiana Tech's guy, we got that one done. We'll get to Sam Bankman-Fried in a minute. We can get to that one in a minute. Do any of these have? Oh, no, we don't. Elon Musk. Fuck me, I don't think we have any videos in these. Don't worry, we've got videos in the overtime stuff. And we have an hour left in the show. So no video stories tend to go a little quicker, so we'll burn through them, and then we'll get there. Let's try squeezing some more blood out of this stone in the sake of maintaining my windpipe. There we go. Jamal Bowman is doubling down on pulling the fire alarm. I was in a rush to go vote, man. So for those of you who don't know, if you missed the whole issue, Jamal Bowman pulled a fire alarm right before the House voted to keep the government funded for another 45 days. He pulled the fire alarm, one of the giant red boxes, fire on it. He pulled it right before Jamal is a former principal, but according to him, he didn't know what it was because the only way to avoid the truth that he's a crazy person is that he's an idiot. All right, so that's a matter of their thing. Let's just go to this. Again, this is the best part of this story. This happened over the weekend, and he's doubling down that he thought it was the only way to open the door. Something went wrong? What do you mean something went wrong? No. I want to play the clip of him opening the... Well, shit. I guess not. Nope, there we go.
Or the House was scheduled to vote on that funding bill, New York Congressman Jamal Bowman pulled a fire alarm inside the Cannon House office building. This photo has just been released by U.S. Capitol Police. Congressman Bowman told reporters he was trying to get through a door and thought the alarm would open that door. His spokesperson says it was an accident and that the congressman regrets any confusion. Some Republicans in the House want Bowman censured for his actions. Capitol Police say they are investigating. And just before the House was scheduled to vote on that funding bill.
Oh, nope. That's restarting. I'm sorry. I got lost in those eyes is what it was. So, you didn't know it was a fire alarm? The words fire alarm didn't ring any bells? Well, I suppose when you pulled the fire alarm, it rang some bells, or at least a buzzer or a beeper. But, oof. And you used to be a principal? You don't understand what a fire alarm looks like, and you used to be a principal? Or a superintendent? I don't know. Either way, in the education system at a rather high level, you should understand kind of how the whole fire alarm thing works. They're everywhere for good reason. Oh, Lord. So if you didn't have any reason to lose faith in our political system, you do now. Because, hey, it's the Democrats that are trying to pass the funding bill. It's the Republicans that are holding them up. No. Democratic Representative Jamal Bowman said, fuck it. How about we just torpedo the whole thing? Let's call the whole thing off. Alrighty. So again, he's doubling down. Oh, let's watch his answer on Bowman speaking out about what he did. You answer, sir. What did you do? What did you do?
Statement that pulling the fire alarm was an accident.
You know, I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a rush to go vote, man.
I was in a rush to go vote, man, and I couldn't open the door, so I saw a lever, and I thought, I'll pull it. I won't read anything. I won't notice the giant red shiny box that draws your attention. I won't notice the prominent white letters that not only represent the colonialism of America, but also spell out the words fire alarm. I will not pay attention to those things because I was in a rush to go vote. And when you vote, if there's one thing you don't pay attention to, it's specifics. Wait a minute, what?
That's all it was.
Are you afraid of any repercussions, either from leadership or from legally from Capitol Police?
I mean, listen, I take responsibility for what I did, but like I said, I was in a rush to go vote, and, the investigation will sort everything else out.
Have you talked to Jeffries about it?
Oh, yeah, of course, since day one, yes.
How was that conversation?
Well, I got to keep that between me and the leader, so I'm not going to share that publicly. Yeah, but we've been in touch with each other.
Look, it was a deal that we made that I would do this to hold us up, and it would make me look like a bit of like a oops-a-doodle. I screwed up, and I would take it on the chin, but then we wouldn't have to look like the Democrats are also trying to tank this whole funding budget thing so we can further fuck up the economy, because that's what we're doing for our socialist agenda. I mean, it's really, you just got to read between the lines. Oh shit, I'm giving away the play again. This is why they don't trust me. This is why they don't trust you, Jamal. Toastmaster correcting me, saying he is from New York schools, so there is a good chance he can't read. Well, god damn it, I didn't know that. Toastmaster giving us facts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's what we need. We have, again, an hour left in the program. Thank you for being part of it. We're going to keep on going here for just one more hour. Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, all three of them are up. If you want to give us the old like, subscribe, tell your friends, follow, all that happy jazz. We appreciate it. Let's close this one down because we're done with that. Anything left in the text part of this? Just nope. Such a rush to vote that I pulled a fire alarm. That is a bad look. Again, tinfoil fat conspiracy theory here is that it has got to be that the Democrats are just trying to stall too, because they know their shit's fucked. Everybody knows it's fucked. We all know it's fucked. I was in a hurry never works when I used it as an excuse for speeding, right? And I was in a hurry and I left it at home, didn't work when I misplaced my homework in school. It's just, I was in a hurry. I'm sorry. No, too bad. Too bad, sir. You committed a crime. Taste Fairy asking, have you played Starfield yet? I have, but with Starfield, I like it. It's very much kind of like Fallout in space to me. But then I'm going to give you some spoiler alerts about the game. Not anything story related, gameplay related. I found out that the game has plays naturally. The story progression plays naturally into a save +1 feature, which might sound awesome at first hearing about it. But when you spend a lot of time building settlements and your ship or ships, and then you lose all of that to start all over, and now you just, again, start over with your skills. It's just, I'm not against it or anything. I still have it. I like playing it. But Armored Core and now the new DLC for the Cyberpunk game really has me kind of. I'm sorry. I like running around with Idris Elba. I know he just got done ravaging everyone with COVID, but I like playing with Idris Elba. It's a good time. I mean in the video game. Just so we're clear. Taste Fairy said, "Yep, had to reload an old save to avoid that." That's where I got kind of, if you will, hit in the dick. Where now, because I know that, I know I'll end up going through probably one or two save rollovers before I really play my character. And so I just kind of went, nah. And I'll get back to it. I inadvertently made a guy that kind of looks like Keanu Reeves, so the whole thing feels like I'm playing John Wick in space anyway. And, like I said, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a lot of fun lately. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So no complaints from Cyberpunk. Alrighty. Let's get to this next story here about a Tennessee woman who claims that she thought the door-to-door salesman she allegedly shot was a gang-appointed hitman. Monica Johnson Marwalk, Mark Work? Johnson Markwork 51. Why would a gang-appointed hitman come for you? Now I've got more questions. Johnny likes the BBC, and I don't mean the British television network. It's the British Broadcasting Company, sir. No, I just I like playing spy and espionage games, and that's what the DLC is kind of about, so it's kind of fun. And the really fun part, Cyberpunk is, look, Starfield is fun, but Starfield's a game that a kid can play because Starfield is a kid-friendly game. Cyberpunk is an adult game. You can pick your dick length, all right? Like, you get to decide whether you're cut or uncut. Like, or you can not worry about that stuff at all. You can buy hookers. There's a lot of really, like, oh my God, wow, I can't believe they put that in a game. Like, because kids are going to want to play this game. But, oh boy, they can't. For good reason. Of all the games I play, if I'm playing Cyberpunk and Ivy's mom is texting me, be like, hey, Ivy wants to come downstairs. Be like, yeah, give me 5 minutes. I have to turn off this video game first. I'm not even giving it a chance to happen. All right, I'm not even giving it a chance to happen. So wait a minute. Fox had it and they put her picture on it? That's not fair. Fox had the balls to put her picture on the story. I should have grabbed the story from them. This is why I do the prep thing. You can get stories from a bunch of different people, but sometimes different people have different stuff. Like, again, the Missouri teacher, Fox already had the picture right then and there in the article. Anyways, back to this Tennessee woman. Tennessee woman accused of shooting a salesman through her door told deputies that she mistook him for a hitman. Monica Johnson Markwork, of 51, of Cordova, a Memphis suburb, put on my blue suede shoes and I went and boarded the train. Dropped down in the land of the Delta Blues, selling my vacuum cleaners again. Oh, I was hawking in Memphis. Hawking all my goods to everybody on the beat. Hawking in Memphis until that bitch shot me right out of my feet. How did she shoot him out of the shoes? God damn it. I am having so many brain farts today. I might have to call a doctor. All right, moving on. Monica Cordova felony aggravated assault. The news outlet reported, citing in the statement, that Shelby's County Police Office, the door-to-door salesman for Active Pest Control, was hospitalized in critical but stable condition. Oh, he just wanted to kill her bed bugs. Johnson told deputies that she had been in contact with her incarcerated son and believed that a gang put a hit out on both him and her, the sheriff's office said. She told deputies she saw an unknown person on a security camera Wednesday that appeared to be running toward her front door. Johnson told deputies that she ran upstairs to hide, but further investigation found that she shot through the door before going upstairs, the sheriff's office said. Yeah, she did not admit to shooting the gun. Who do you think shot the gun then, lady? Like, oh, we'll just let that part slide. She did not admit to shooting the gun, but deputies said they found the weapon used in the shooting in the crawl space in the attic where she was hiding. Phone number listed for Johnson rang unanswered. The public defender's office declined to answer any questions about whether she had a lawyer who could speak on her behalf, and a court clerk said she hadn't been assigned one yet. She was released from jail on a $4,000 bond and has a court date set for October 13th. As long as she doesn't get killed by that, killed by the, what do we call those? Hitman. God damn it. Sorry, I got distracted by a video about a creepy mask and threw me off a long way. So yeah. Oof. Shunt 4000. You mean docking. Wait a minute. Who means docking? You talking about the shooting the guy or the BBC? I don't know what docking where we go. Where I have a I don't know, I have a sound drop for that. I think where is it? There. Yep, that was the one. That was the one we were looking for. All right, so we got a couple of stories left to go, and we got videos for overtime. Docking in Memphis. Oh, and I was walking, docking. Just one of them makes it sound a lot like I'm kind of like a homosexual, and I don't have a problem with people of any persuasion doing their own thing, but I'm not of that persuasion. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying you can be Mitt Romney and say that a hot dog is your favorite meat, and you love nothing more than a juicy sausage in your mouth. Like, you can do that all day long, but it's just not for me. So I guess what I'm saying is, just because Mitt Romney's gay doesn't mean I am. Okay. It's not how it works. They have to bite you and drain you of your blood and then no, that's vampires. So wait a minute, with gay guys, is it semen? Like, they have to drain you of your semen and then make you drink theirs? And now you've become... I don't even know how it works because I'm not one. So I'm sorry. Don't come to me for advice on that one. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a good spokesman. All right, so let's go to this one that makes me laugh a little bit. Elon Musk mocks Zelensky over calls for aid. The billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk has mocked Ukraine's wartime leader Vladimir Zelensky on Monday, using a meme to scoff the president's calls for Western aid. I don't like calling him a president. He wasn't legally elected. He took over through a coup. And he's not allowing legal elections so long as the war is on. So, is that really an elected official? Is that a president? More of an El Presidente. Docking. Oh, nope, we did that one. Yeah, so, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a president or not. When it's been 5 minutes and you haven't asked for $1 billion in aid, read Musk's message, which accompanied Zelensky's head attached to a famous photo of an agitated schoolboy, who, according to the meme's etymology, was in a classroom and desperately trying to hold in flatulence. Musk had a troubled relationship with Ukrainians and the country's administration since Russian President Vladimir Putin launched his full-scale invasion in February of 2022. But now they've had just about enough of the SpaceX chief and owner of X, formerly Twitter. So you have bought social media to bully people who are dying because they love freedom. Does Ukrainian stand-up comedian Anton Toyoshenko not get what the whole Ukrainian war thing is? It's a proxy war thing. It's for America to fight Russia without fighting Russia. That's why we wanted you guys to join NATO, and when we pushed for you to join NATO and all that, Russia responded with something they've been threatening to do, and they started seizing land and kind of taking areas that they thought were traditionally theirs anyway, something they threatened to do if we kept expanding NATO because they felt pressured. And then we started the whole proxy war. That's why we're giving you guys all of our guns and stuff. That's why. And again, it doesn't doesn't hurt that you guys paid our president to kind of look the other way and funnel a whole bunch of money your end. You know, I mean, but to sit there and be like these mock people that are just fighting and dying because they love freedom. I don't know if you know this or not. The Ukrainians aren't fighting and dying because they love freedom. The Ukrainians are fighting and dying because Russia attacked. And like I said, that happened because we instigated it. And that's what they're... And as far as freedom goes, you don't have any elected officials right now. So, I mean, freedom, correct me if I'm wrong, but your dictator doesn't allow freedom. Alrighty, so Elon, did you write this meme during a friendly conversation with Putin on the phone, another Ukrainian comic? Oh, we got Ukrainian comics. You know what? As someone who's part of the funding mechanism that's helping prop up everything in Ukraine, including their economy, fuck you, Ukrainian comics. You're not funny. Even Ukrainian media organizations joined the anti-Musk revolt. Of course, they didn't like Musk. He's ripping on the country that's freaking suckling off of us like a goddamn leech, all right? Now, I will admit, like I said, we got the instigation thing going, and that's on us. But you guys are just constantly asking for more and more and more. And I, like I said, I don't like that you won't be honest about it. You won't admit that you're Nazis. You won't admit that there is no democracy currently in your country. That's not a democracy. You guys were not elected. That's not democracy. They just like freedom, right? The freedom of a coup and no elections. Beating Russia with 5% of our military budget with old weapons is a win-win. Declassified, no, how's their economy? Whose economy? Economy is fine, was looking at unemployment in Moscow, and it's below 1%. I don't know about Moscow's economy. We're propping up Ukraine's economy. That's literally something that came out in a news story I covered like a week ago or two. We literally are giving funding over to Ukraine for first responders, small businesses, a whole bunch of shit. America is paying for all of Ukraine's first responders right now. And like I said, many small businesses are getting supplemental loans and support that comes from the Ukrainian aid that we're giving them. Because again, their economy is suffering and they're propping it up through this stuff that we give them the money. And yeah, people are freaking jumping on Musk's back, but I want to start being like, you know what? I get pissed at the support Ukraine stuff now. That's where I'm at with it. I get mad when I see it. When video games have buy this DLC or whatever, show your support for Ukraine. I was never a spend money, show my support for Ukraine, but I was always like, hey man, I don't think Russia should be attacking Ukraine when things first happened. Then I've been paying more and more attention to it. And now, hey, support Ukraine. Fuck that. I don't want a single goddamn dollar from this country going over to Ukraine. Not one more. That's where I stand on it. You want to call me a cocksucker? Go for it. I don't give a shit. I've been called worse, and those things have been probably right. All right, so let's get to a nice, bright, shiny spot in the clouds for a moment. And I don't think anything's actually going to happen about this. I think this is all fucking a work, if you will, as Aaron would say. But it is not just FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried. His parents now also face legal trouble. Oh, I'm sure they do. Disgraced FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried gears up for the start of his trial on Tuesday. 2 people close to him are now facing legal trouble of their own, his parents. For almost a year, Sam Bankman-Fried's mom and dad, both of whom well-respected professors at Stanford Law School, have accompanied their son to pretrial proceedings at a courthouse in Manhattan. But now Barbara Fried and Joseph Bankman are being sued by FTX, which filed for bankruptcy late last year. Lawyers are trying to claw back millions of dollars from them in cash and gifts, including $16.4 million villa in the Bahamas where the FTX was headquartered before filing for bankruptcy late last year. The civil suit against Bankman-Fried's parents alleges they helped run their son's crypto empire and that for their work, some official and some unofficial, they were handsomely rewarded. Oh, do we have trouble believing this? Anybody? Is this falling on any deaf ears? I don't think so, but you never know. Bankman-Fried wielded Bankman and Fried wielded their influence and status as Bankman-Fried's parents to enrich themselves at the expense of the FTX group, the plaintiff said. Having spent more than 3 decades on the Stanford faculty, Bankman and Fried have become institutions in their own right. Important figures and beloved members of a close-knit community, they have won numerous awards for their scholarship and teaching, and many of their colleagues consider them close friends, and I bet they took a lot of their money. After FTX filed its lawsuit, NPR reached out to every professor at Stanford Law School for a comment, and fewer than a dozen replied. In an email, Robert Gordon, who was known the couple since the 1980s, said, anyone who knows Barbara Fried and Joe Bankman well will believe it absurd to think they were engaged in self-dealing, since for many years they have given generously of their time and money to good causes. Yeah, but giving money generously to good causes is also a real easy way to wash yourself clean of bad stuff you've done. I don't know if I want to break down all of this. Again, it's just the simple. He won. They had a $16.4 million villa. They have that. If that's the headquarters of FTX, why isn't that an FTX holding in the Bahamas? How do the parents have that? Why do you have to sue them for that if that was the former? In a 2020 interview with the FTX podcast, a show FTX produced and has since deleted from YouTube, Bankman said his son had asked him for years to join his crypto empire. The company didn't have any lawyers, he said, of FTX's early days, so I think my utility there was pretty obvious. As early as 2018, plaintiff said Bankman began offering strategic advice not only to his son, but to other executives. Bankman helped with hiring decisions. He vetted outside counsel, and he made decisions about where FTX should spend substantial amounts of money. In 2021, Bankman went on leave from teaching at Stanford Law School to focus on FTX full-time. So, right before they got arrested, they managed... He went on leave to focus... All right, I'm sorry. They're just as dirty as the kid, okay? They're just as dirty as the kid. I'm sure somebody approached the whole family about this thing. And I, for one, want them all frickin'... I want them... I don't want them in white-collar prison. I want them in federal penitentiary prison. I want them in people are going to pressure them to pay them money prison. And, yeah. I quite frankly, I don't believe in white-collar prison. I don't believe in... That is one of the biggest... in my opinion, the biggest bullshit things about the judicial system in this country. I don't believe just because, you stole millions of dollars or you did this really high-end white crime, white collar, excuse me. Freudian slip. But yeah, you did this high-end white collar crime. You should go to this cushy facility where you can play tennis and watch TV because we understand you'll behave like a civilized adult who's used to having sardines for lunch. No. You committed a crime. You broke the law. Congratulations. Say hello to the federal penitentiary. This is your cellmate, Chino. He is going to be asking you to flip a little money into his commissary, and we hope you'll all understand that he is going to just menacingly glare at you and imply that means... it's not a question. I mean, come on, man. Come on. I feel like a lot more of these bankers and lawyers would stop committing this crime if they got held accountable and then they had to go to a federal penitentiary where the first thing they do, walking down aisle, like, here comes Rich Fish. Like, oh, no. They aren't white. Return trip. They are when they want to be. They aren't when they don't want to be. And I think we're speaking the same language. Thank you, Joe Berger, for a brilliantly timed 250 channel point contribution to the program. Thank you for being part of the program. Love having everyone in here today. It's been a great day. We're going for another half hour. It's been so much fun. Thank you for being part of it on Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube. We've got all of the chats up. If you say it, we'll see it. I'm going to go ahead and bail out of this. They're suing Sam Bankman-Fried's parents. We got that information out there. I don't really care who Joseph Bankman is alleged to be or involved. That is, I still don't think they're actually going to suffer. They're going to get away from it or through it somehow. Federal pound me in the ass prison. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sam Bankman fraud. Well, that fits. That definitely fits. This is coming from someone there. Oh, okay. Being called leftist is worse. Miss Rusty knows that's the only thing that pisses me off. Philanthropy is almost always a method of burying skeletons. I mean, even if it isn't a method of burying skeletons, it's at least a method of curtailing your debts. Kind of like, hey, man, I don't really owe this money because look how much of a good guy I am. I give away so much. You can't ask me to pay my bill. I gave that guy money, like fucking shirt off my back. Come on, how about we take a little off my taxes for the shirt, for the effort. Return trip, they aren't white. White crime, that only happens in rural America. Either drug-related charges or CIA hypnotized fools perpetrating their crimes for them. White people crime too, okay? Crime me a river. Alrighty, so our last story, we're at 5 o'clock and we are getting to our last story of the day. We brought it together just under the wire. Grab my gimpy leg again. Ugh. I can never go bald with how much I have to bend over to grab my foot and pull my leg up. I could never go bald because then I'll have to put like a logo or something on here because I'll be too self-conscious. I gotta always have this fucking wolfy mane of fur all over my face and head as long as I live. Thank God I don't have Aaron's hairline. Alrighty. So last story of the show, and then we'll get into some overtime videos and goof around for our last half hour and just really kind of fuck around. We might even have, if he's still here, if Battle Brothers EO's here, we might have to grab that other link he had. Because we burned through them all. All right, so yet another sugar substitute has been linked to a dangerous health outcome. So everybody keeps trying to shortchange sugar. They want the sweetness of the sugar, but they don't want the sugar because sugar isn't good for you in large quantities. And we as a society put sugar into way too many things, particularly in places where it doesn't need to be, like milk. Don't know if you know this, lactose is a sugar. It's a dairy-based sugar. You don't need to add sugar into milk. It has it on its own. But again, whatever. So Kamala Harris, wait a minute. No, white crime only happens crime to them. Kamala Harris only says the same speeches at every speech. Oh, we are equal, LOL. Or Aaron's belly. All right, now I'm losing it. Get in on that. Nope. Or even spaghetti. What's spaghetti for what? Oh, yeah, spaghetti. People put sugar in spaghetti, and it's like, dude, you realize your sauce that, and I hate people who put sugar in spaghetti. Your sauce is tomato-based, and I realize tomato sauce does have a lot of acidity in it because, again, tomatoes. But I know this sounds weird, but a tomato, technically a fruit. Look, it's a fruit. Okay, it's a fruit. It's not really a vegetable. It's a fruit. Okay, it's a fruit. And you, quite frankly, there's sugars in it, even though it doesn't taste sweet. Or you could turn Jew and get a little hat like Ben Shapiro. Mr. Q, I can't do that for two reasons. One, I am not letting anyone circumcise me at this point, all right? I've gone this long. I'm not going now. You know what I mean? Hooded until the day I die. Fucking turtleneck pride. But I just thought about that now. Say fucking some weird thing. I gotta stop saying that word so loud. Say some weird thing happens, and I have to actually now become a member of the tribe. So then they have to do the whole circumcision thing. I'm gonna look at the moy and be like, "You're gonna suck the blood off, right? That's what I came for." Oh yes, suck. Hooded power. Right? Like I said, Team Turtleneck. That's what I say. Team Turtleneck. All right, so are we going to get to the sugar story? I mean, it's pretty sweet. Boo. All right, so if you've ever enjoyed Splenda, you might not want to. Splenda and anything else that uses sucralose, I don't know, is found to cause significant health effects affecting DNA in a new study. Holy shit, what? Oh wait, no, that was this summer with Splenda. Okay. And now we have okay, the one that we're on now is erythritol. We've gone through 3. An ingredient in stevia. Oh, no. Linked to heart attack and stroke. Thought stevia was they said it was plant-based stuff. Shit, I haven't had any in a while, but I used to use stevia. Oh, no. A sugar replacement called erythritol is used to add bulk or sweetened stevia, monk fruit, and keto-reduced sugar products, has been linked to blood clotting, stroke, heart attack, and death, according to a study. Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. When did you do this study? Blood clotting, heart attack, and death? Myocarditis on that list, too? Because I might be, we might be looking at a scapegoat. Erythritol is a naturally occurring organic sweet chemical compound. It is markedly less sweet than sugar, and scientists have claimed it offers no ill health effects relative to normal sucrose. It is synthesized at industrial scale for use in food additives. According to one food scientist, Dr. Haley Hansen, it has become the sweetheart of the food industry and an extremely popular additive to keto and other low-carb products. It's in a lot of stuff, in other words. The study found that participants already at high risk of heart disease were twice as likely to experience a heart attack or stroke if they had the highest levels of erythritol in their blood. The substance appeared to be causing blood platelets to clot more readily. As Hazen put it in the newest revelations, we never expected this. We weren't even looking for it. Hey guys, we found out the sweetener we're putting in everything. It turns out that shit is killing you. And hey, we found out about it now. And don't worry, I know some of you are going to be like, how did you not know about this before? We wouldn't have known about it now. We weren't even looking. We just kind of went, oops, oh. Stevia is plant-based, but some formulas are combined with erythritol. Well, that's even though even in the story, the erythritol is a plant-based product. They didn't realize that it was that bad. And like I said, I have been using, and I mean for years, I've been using stevia with my tea for years because I didn't want to use sugar. I liked the idea. This is how, all right, everybody, we're going to get super gay for just a second. This is how gay it is. I would heat up my tea. I've got a Japanese tea set. Yes, red and black Japanese cast iron tea set. I know. Like I said, we're getting gay. And so I heat it up. I put it in there. I allow the tea to steep, and then I pull the tea out, and then I let the tea sit in the pot. Now that it's steeped all the way, and I start pouring, I put the stevia into the little, because it's in little like shot glass style, because it's again Japanese tea set, so it's a little tiny teacup. And I put the the stevia in the tea, and then doot, and it's like you get like 2-3 good sips, and then another little spoon of stevia and a little bit of tea. It's just a good time until the tea gets cold. You can't really mix in the stevia anymore. But then cold tea, you don't really need sweetener as much. It just. I liked using the stevia. Now I got to go back to sugar, and that's fine, but now I'm worried I'm going to die. Trucker 18-wheeler. Just say it's the stevia. Fall in the Great. Johnny loves docking confirmed. I'm glad that's what we got out of that. I'm glad that's where we went. I enjoy tea, okay? It's calming. It soothes me. All right, and Battle Brother Zio's got I found something more racist than April. I don't know what that is. I don't know why I don't know why Battle Brother Zio is determined to provide a clip to this show, but we're going to play this one. We'll see where this goes. The rip-off verse, painful idiots of the internet. This is 8 minutes long. This is called But My Pink Sauce, episode by Derek Jules, episode 2. How many views and followers do we have? All right, he's got 82 subscribers, 112 views, posted 3 hours ago. I feel a little bit like I'm punching down, but we're about in the same realm. Let's go.
Hey, listen up, people. It goes like this. When I was just a small kid, my daddy ran out on me and I grew up without a father. No shock there. Now, obviously, this gave me a huge affirmation complex that was so bad that I developed a permanent need for everyone to think that I'm special, even though I've got no skills, no talent, definitely can't write, and as it pertains, absolutely no creative abilities whatsoever. So I retreated myself into comics and really haven't grown up since. And we're not even talking about the mature highbrow comics. Hell no. I mean, real goofy mainstream superhero comics for kids. See, my completely deluded and aggressive attitude is wild.
I don't know what you're talking about. People are saying LMAO, that hat. What hat? It's just a puppet wearing a hat. It's just a puppet wearing a hat. There's nothing else. I can't get in trouble. This is on YouTube, so I can't get in trouble. This is an actual YouTube video. Is this like a Crank Yankers clip? I'm going to say this. You can't say you're not talented if you went through this much work to put together a video. Just this much work alone. You are puppeteering a puppet. Just the making of the puppet looks well made. The background. You can't say you have no talent. There's a significant amount of talent that went into making this porn puppet. Who would that be? Some rando online? I have no idea. Wait a minute, we talking about this guy is some rando online, right? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This guy is the clip is from the rip-off verse. And Buy My Pink Sauce is the name of this video. I don't know. Like his persona.
If I can shout loud enough and long enough that I am a certain thing that I want to be, then enough people just might believe me. I've been nothing but a basic ass YouTuber for the past 16 years. And even now at 33 years old, I still haven't grown up. I still argue with 13-year-olds about who's the best Spider-Man. And I still have an embarrassing, hysterical meltdown if someone hurts my delicate, fragile little ego. Recently, I found an easy way to get just 13% of my YouTube subscribers to all give me $30 each. And in return, I give them a piece of completely laughable garbage, which also serves as a vehicle for my childish and uncontrollable ego. I'm Derek Julies, and welcome to my Egoverse.
So wait a minute. Derek July's my Egoverse.
What's good, people? So a lot of y'all ask me, Derek, how do you harvest so much money from kids when you can't?
I take back the well-made puppet part I said before. Relatively well-made. Up close with this lighting, it's now a little bit more questionable. And your background kind of sucks now. Oh, wait. This is a puppet from the Sesame Street days. Is it? Was Derek July's puppet from Sesame Street?
Right. Well, I mean, I don't have a single skill or talent at all. I just shout at kids and pretend that I do. Here's how you do it.
Derek, where's my damn wings and beans?
I'm coming. So in this big, wide, old world we live in, there are hundreds of thousands of amazing comics, old and new. So many, in fact, we ain't never going to run out. But then, of course, people like me exist. And what I attempt to do is try to convince as many kids as I can that just a small handful of really bad comics by Marvel and DC are actually the entire comic industry. Then, just like every TV evangelist before me, hungry for money, and I bark and I shout and I make the worst kind of noise daily on YouTube in an attempt to create a completely false reality that the entire comics industry is bad and that I'm the way forward. Then, once the gaslighting of my subscribers is complete, and with the financial backing and donation from Glenn Beck's and Blaze
Oh, I thought that was George Soros. Never mind. Glenn Beck.
Media, I announced that I'm going to make a comic that is going to replace Marvel, replace DC, be anti-woke, blah, 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 and be all the buzzwords I used in my campaign to get as many $30 pre-orders that I can. And I got a lot.
I even got enough to buy my wife a new mobility scooter.
Then it was time to get to work. I spent 3 whole minutes writing a comic book with my 0 writing abilities and just sent it straight to print.
All right, I'm losing. Eric July is awesome. F that guy. This guy is Derek July's, so I guess he's making fun of Eric July. This is crap. I'm kind of getting bored now. It was funny for a minute with the puppet thing at the beginning, but the goofy hat in the background was something I could like snicker at. I'm gonna tap out. Thanks again for trying Battle Brothers Zio. The puppet is the puppet maker's attempt at shitting on a comic book maker, Eric July. Okay, so that helps if I knew that. But again, the bit is
fuck off.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm landing on that one. We're gonna go ahead and tap out of that. Thank you for that submission, Battle Brothers Zio. I don't know where the racist part gets in, but if it's an 8-minute video like that, it's got to be bangers out the gate, or you got to have like a timestamp for where it gets racist. Either way, if that guy isn't black and he's being racist, then I have no idea. It's whatevers. But thank you. We'll move on. We've got, again, a bunch of videos to go to that we can play for our overtime. And we've only got about 10 minutes left in the show anyway. So thank you for helping us with that little part of it. Always enjoy the fun little submissions we get. Where's our next video? His lips were fat as hell, like a toilet seat. That's what I thought it looked like, too. Oh, you mean you were saying you're talking about people. What do you mean, you people? Actually, I heard someone else say when they saw that puppet talk, they literally just knee-jerk reacted and said,
I want these people segregated.
And I cannot endorse anyone who would say such a horrible, horrible thing. Why would you say something so despicable? I don't know. Well, we've got a couple of videos lined up for you. I love music, as many of you know. It is a hobby of mine. It is a passion of mine. It is something I do in my free time. It's not a professional thing of mine at any rate. I play instruments. I like fucking around with music. I did the DJ thing. I like doing the DJ thing. So I feel like every once in a while, if I find a video clip that is music-based, it's hard to say no, especially when you see a young up-and-comer. And so I give you a man who's living his own Woodstock moment with a little national anthem. Let's see his lips. Young Ripa is cool. It started being racist with how the puppet looked. Didn't stop coming, Johnny. It started being racist with how the puppet looked, but I didn't realize the puppet was a mockery of a character. For all I knew, the puppeteer made the puppet as a character. All of these things, again, I am not in that world paying attention to Eric July or any of that stuff, so I missed those jokes. Which is why I said, oh well. At any rate, here we go. This is a really, 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 really amazing performance. You actually heard somebody cough. The train wreck stopped just long enough to go, oh. Shunt going, this is better than the Black Doll. Hey, look, I'm sure Battle Brother Zio has a lot of points on how that person's depictions were insensitive and hilarious and offensive and all that, if you know everything about it. But that one's one that looks like apparently you've got to be in on all the stuff, and I am not in, apparently, as we just discovered. This is what Hendrix sounds like when I'm not on coke. This is what Hendrix sounds like when Hendrix isn't on coke. What are you talking about? This is what happens when Hendrix plays sober. Oh my dear Lord. Oh. Somebody's not getting laid until college, at least. I'm just saying. This isn't going to work like you hoped it would, buddy. Is the camera shaking from somebody laughing or from somebody like spasming violently from the music? I'm not sure which it is, because I can't tell whether that is a kid's head or a black cat running by because he just realized his family's being murdered right now. I don't know which it is, but I want to. I want to know who's behind this catastrophe of a film job, and why is the camera shaking? Do you have epilepsy? Are you the backup guitarist? What's going on here? Saint-Aren pointing out, you play guitar, you don't molest it. Right, and I mean, we're doing all of this before a Pokemon battle. I mean, come on. What the heck sporting event is this? Why are we sitting through this garbage? I didn't mean to click that. Now I gotta go back. I did not mean to click that. They're laughing so hard at the end of that one. They're laughing so hard at that poor kid. The high point of his musical career. The important point is it was the last point in his musical career. Oh, no. Just, what What sporting event was that? Because, again, it looked like it's supposed to be a sporting event. We had a time clock. We had a scoreboard. Like, it's not volleyball. Was it a basketball game? Ear rape plus 10 to felony. He is definitely keeping his daytime job. Well, I'm pretty sure this was a high school event, and so I'm pretty sure he was a volunteer. Probably out of band class. Hey, do you got anyone that can do the national anthem? They asked choir. Nobody wanted to sing it. They're like, all right. They asked the band. They're like, hey, you guys want to play the national anthem? No. So then they asked jazz band. You guys want to play the national anthem? No. How about one of you want to play it? The guitarist was like, how much? $10. All right, I'll do it. Didn't even practice. Dude, that's the worst national anthem. Dropped. What? We had a dropped frames thing. No, don't do that to me. No. Not in the last minutes of the show. Not now, brown cow. That's not how we do this. That's not how we do this. Oh, dick. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, they hated, apparently the internet hated my performance. I wasn't playing. Apparently internet hated that. This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, I mean, we did great. Our bit rate was phenomenal whole show until we took just right now, just for a second, one dive for a minute. Trucker 18-wheeler saying, seems like they could have cut the Stevie away earlier. Sorry I didn't catch that comment earlier. I agree, and I'm pissed because I'm pissed because I like Stevie. Anyways, all right, so let's get to these videos here. We're going to play 2 more videos before we end out the show. Again, Rachel Ziegler, not sure who she is, but apparently she's a social media influencer, and people are accusing her of cultural appropriation or faking her ethnicity. And you'll see why that's really funny in 3, 2, 1. This lady is apparently using camera filter. The internet is saying that this lady's using camera filters to fake being... Oh, dropped again? Really? What the shit? Why? I'm not reading it as dropped. Oh, this is 2 minutes ago, though. It doesn't... I thought we covered all of this. I thought we got all of these. Notifications. How many have we had? Oh, a few seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 hours ago. Oh, that's 4 hours ago. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, a few seconds ago. So the stream is disconnecting randomly? Oh, no. All right, we got to try and get this to work. You know what? How about we play this one? We'll save the other video. We'll play this one, and then we'll call it a day. Because apparently, she's running out of gas. She's running out of gas. Oh.
To this because I chose a filter that made me look pink as hell. But you thought you did something. You thought you did something by pointing out that I, like every other person on planet Earth, use filters on my photos. But you know what you really got? Embarrassed. Let me tell you why this is embarrassing. It's because in this photo, I'm still an olive-toned queen. You don't have to give me any more racial identity confusion than I already have. Let me tell you something. Soy una Latina orgullosa. Y tengo...
Wait a minute. Why do the subtitles say music when you start speaking Spanish? So when you start speaking Spanish that qualifies as music, you can't even just put the Spanish in there? What?
Con muchos privilegios. Porque tengo piel clara. But I will never try to bait people by pretending that I look different than I do. Shouldn't even have to explain myself, but go pick on someone else who's actually doing harm.
I'm really sure that they're going to stop now that you made an actual video retorting to them. Again, you're a thirst trap. Who gives a shit? But that's a weird one. So wait a minute. When you speak Spanish, that YouTube qualifies that as music? All right. No idea. Just, I don't know. We've been taking a hit with the viewership because the whole stream is getting shitty. It's at the end of the show anyway. It's coming to be that time anyhow. So we've had a great time. I'll be on the Steel Toe Show tomorrow morning, and we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's a privilege and a pleasure as always. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Have a good day.
Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you do fucking... Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man. Game over. Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big?